Hello and welcome. This is Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Huh? It's a house!
What's going on, freaks? All right. Yeah, lots of craziness out there. Lots of craziness. Yeah, and the, let's see. Sebastian Rogers case is nuts too because, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Because of the lack of information, the online community of super sleuths create their sleuthy information by continuing to, trash and to, make comments about the Proudfoots, and then Chris will respond, and then that makes way more content for everybody. It's just crazy. They also, like one of the PI had a private conversation with him, recorded it, and then gave it to one of those dipshit YouTubers who really doesn't care about anything other than just whatever goes. And he tries to pretend that he's kind of like, yeah. No, you shouldn't have shared that. That wasn't something that should have been shared. It was a private conversation. The PI shouldn't have shared it. Nobody should have shared it. And it's garbage, absolute garbage. Can't stand it. But hey, you guys, we're having another show tonight. So is there any chance we can be better than last night? It was just like, a struggle the entire night. All right. So if you're out there, you guys, and you enjoy the Gray Hughes Investigates YouTube channel, if you could help support the channel, become a channel member, send in super chats, buy one of the notebooks that I got on PayPal. You get one of these.
5 brain cells.
4 aren't working. Yeah, you get one of these, the Chloe notebook right there with the freak stress ball and then a blue pen, wherever the hell that is. I can't find it. All right, but I'm trying to recover from last night's show. It was just basically just barely squeaked by at the buzzer. Didn't make the goal. So, he's talked to a PI and he, was mad in it, and he should be mad. The funny thing is like Chris Proudfoot's behavior is exactly like most people would be with their continually trashed over and over and over again. And nobody wants to admit that. So what they do is they take what he says and go, oh, man, he's unhinged. He's this and that and the other. Oh, Jesus. Come on. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I just sent out a bunch of notebooks, too. Like 13 of them recently. Hey, it's Billy Barker. I was hoping to be this other Billy. The person named Billy. I was just talking to a Billy Juliana, but hey, thank you so much, Billy Barker. Very cool. Okay, there's a start, everybody. Come on, let's go. Let's get moving. I had to pay extra money today to get the information that I'm going to be showing for you. $70, as a matter of fact. So I'm already negative 70 just to be able to show you this stuff. All right. So the Docket, he's out there. He has some people, the runners and so forth, to get documents for him. I put the link in the description. Go check him out. But he went out and, he's getting these documents, and I'm just gonna help pay for getting them because I'm not there. I don't have a runner, anything like that. Yeah, well, you should, monogamous apostate, because the way he's being treated is absolutely garbage. So when you say he's his own worst enemy, it's because of the things that people are saying on a daily basis. So what is he supposed to do? Walk in there and go, go call up these shows and go, hey, listen, I know you're trashing me and accusing me of killing my own kid, but, you guys have a right to think that way, and I really appreciate it. Now, let me just talk. I mean, he has no chance of winning the conversation. You guys all deemed Seth this great guy who's actually a shit dirtbag himself. And, it's just none of them are good. It's just not a good situation. None of it. Okay. So I don't know what the hell's going on over there. You guys can, sit there and make your own heroes out of garbage if you want to, but nobody's going to do it. It's not going to be reality when it's all said and done. It's likely that none of them had anything to do with anything. Okay. Jesus. Unreal. You got a passive-aggressive biological father out there absolutely trashing every second he can the Proudfoots to make it, get glory for himself. Little comments he makes here and there. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Okay. And you might not go, oh, great, good, I don't believe you. Well, I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. It's ridiculous. Right. Well, I agree with that, monogamous apostate. Okay. But at least, I think you got to ask yourself this. If your child went missing and everybody on the internet over and over and over again, everything you said, they twist around to turn into something nefarious, you'd probably start getting pretty angry. Don't you think? Yeah. And so I don't even care, even if it turns out that they're involved somehow. You guys are wrong for treating them that way with no evidence so far. Okay? It's crazy. Absolutely wild. Now, the weird part is also, let me just get to the Stephan Stern stuff first, okay? I wasn't even going to talk about Stearns, but I just see this stuff in the comments and everybody, just the vitriol day in and day out by all these super sleuths. It's just ridiculous. It has nothing to do with finding. It's just a drama fest. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. We're angry because they're not looking for him. Well, how do you know what they're doing, Connie? You don't have a clue what they're doing. Okay. He says that they have looked when the way that, they're following what the police have told them to do. Seth goes out there. It's just a total show search. He's not searching. He's not, come on, be honest. Right. Of course. Queen Widow. He's just God, he's amazing. Look at all of them. I agree with this. I think Seth and the biological mother are both probably really freaked out. And Chris, who's maybe he didn't really develop a bond or whatever with Sebastian. Who knows? But they're just Katie hasn't even gotten a break from a lot of you clowns. I mean, it's amazing. Well, she was the last one to see him. Great. Well, you know what? There's no evidence of foul play on the part of anybody. Okay, so why don't you give them the benefit of the doubt until there's some little piece of information that points you in a direction, because there's none currently. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that means. Did you put a brick up there? What does that mean? Yeah. This is my new studio. Yeah, I've had the brick in the background the whole time. You must have missed all those shows, every single one of them from the last 5 months. Yeah. Well, thanks, kitty cat. All right, excellent. So let's go with we'll go get that document out here. But let's keep the flow going, you guys, tonight, because we just went. I'm going to need your guys' support like I said, on a nightly basis so we can continue to do what we're doing. All right. Thank you. We're already frozen yet again. Where is this? Oh, there it is. Stephan's terms, 10th. All right, so this huge document here, like I said, I paid $70 today to get a portion of this thing. And there's really hardly anything in it, but it's just in the sake of getting information out there. And don't go, oh, Gray, nobody told you you had to, I got to do to show people, the YouTubers that actually give a damn, take the extra effort to do this kind of stuff, okay? We're not like the ones that just turn on the screen, stare at the comments, and read back and forth, and somehow everybody just thinks it's amazing. It's incredible. I mean, they do absolutely nothing on the show. Yeah. All right. Let me add I got to hit the present button, share the screen, and there we go. So this is like this huge packet here. It's 186 pages long, but a lot of it's just sort of like repeating the charges, etc. So I'll just kind of scroll through a lot of redacted shit up here. Just notes being taken, not a lot of redacted stuff, and then you get down here. And there's really nothing in here. This just says what he came with. He had 3 credit cards, a check or something like that, and a wallet, and then something else. I don't know what you're talking about, Angelina. Nobody knows what you're referring to. We're not talking about that case right now. Oh, get the hell out of here. Hide this person. Okay. What a joke. Get out of here. Justice for John Paul Miller. God. Oh, shit. The story is a lot more complicated than we realize. But there's no such thing as like justice for John Paul. When somebody else is dead. Now, give me a break. What an embarrassment, man! You gotta be ashamed of yourself for making a name like that. It's really on page 30. There's this kind of the daily. Here we go. Let's go down right down here. All right. So this part right here is the interesting stuff. All right, look at this. So on March 1st, they had a acutely, looks like he was going to take his own life, actually. They thought he was going to do that, so they really were looking into him. And then a minute later, this is all on March 1st, so just a couple days after he was arrested. Thank you, Wendy Van Rokel, and Donna D gifted a membership, and Lil Puppy Paws 99. I did hear from Billy Juliana, though. I sent her an email. She sent me back. So anyways, March 1st, detox. Something like 7 days. So I guess he's going to go into a detox for 7 days. Then he was seen by mental health, placed in acutely suicide watch. Then March 2nd, I'm not sure what house alone temporarily, maybe like in his room. Seen by mental health, continue acute watch. And then right here it says Sunday, March 3rd, maximum custody, current charge, sex battery by custodian, victim 12 to 17 years of age, sex battery by custodian, victim under 12 years of age, possession of controlled or control view depiction of the child. And then on the 4th, continue acute observation. Then on the 6th, cleared acute. So now he doesn't need to be watched anymore. Uniform and wool blanket. Given a uniform and wool blanket, no razors, remain in BC under direct observation, no camera. And on March 6th, cleared acute, continue, not acute, uniform and wool blanket. 6th, house alone. Not sure what that means. Just sort of like he's in his own room with, and it says like AC. Maybe that's air conditioning. I don't know. Hey, thanks, Donna D. Again, then it's clear detox. Then the next one is, now we're on March 7th, classification interview completed. Inmate states he will probably want special population. Request packet to completed once cleared by MA. Yeah, he doesn't want to be in general population. He wants to be separated. Makes sense. Continue non-acute observation. Remain in BABC under direct observation. So I guess he's just monitored, but he's not like, somebody sitting right next to a cell or something like that. And this is no change on current status. On March 9th, seen by MHNO, no changes on current status. March 10th, cleared from medical detox. So now he's done with his detoxification. March 10th, seen by MH, no change made at that time. March 12th, continued non-acute observation. Okay for continuous observation or camera view with 15-minute checks. Man, they were really just watching and watching and watching. March 12th, okay to use rolling phone. And then March 12th, medically clear to work, I guess. Huh. And then March 13th, I guess March 12th, it says medically cleared for inmate worker inside, outside kitchen. Wow, geez, you want him working in your kitchen? Anybody? After we heard that he thought that if he put his semen inside of a drink or food, it would get somebody pregnant? Man, I sure as hell wouldn't want that guy in there. Let's see. When it was March 13th, case let's see, encompassed. March 14th, continue non-acute observation. March 16, continue non-acute observation. Inmate rehoused to make space for acute inmate. So he was sort of in a place for acute, but they didn't have, and then they needed to get him out of there to get somebody else in there. March 18th, uniform exchange completed. And then March 18th, continue non-acute observation. Okay to utilize phone. Okay. And then on the 19th, it's okay to have books now. Then on 21st, inmate received dinner tray and juice. Wow, okay. He's really moving up there in the world. March 21st, received shower on night of shift. Wow, he finally got a shower, man. He probably smelt pretty terribly at that point. Taken and set aside. So it says, receive shower on night shift. Toiletries taken and set aside for future use. And then on the 21st, cell search conducted. Then on the 22nd, continue non-acute observation. Then the 22nd again, RSR completed, whatever the hell that means, no concerns. And then we move up here, the 23rd, inmate refused medication. 23rd again, inmate refused dinner tray. The 24th, inmate refused shower. Oh, jeez. 24th, inmate refused dinner tray. to 26, continue non-acute observation. 26 again, inmate refused dinner tray, states he already had juice from previous meal. And then this right here says, while picking up dinner trays to be returned to kitchen, inmate asks if he could have his tray so that he can attempt to force himself to eat. I explained that when the food trays are given to him, that he has to accept them at the time. He cannot pick and choose when he wants the tray. Inmate becomes sarcastic and says that he didn't know that social hour was over. Hey, welcome. It was me. Now, just I'll get to that part in a minute. Inmate took a shower. Continue acute observation. The 30th, inmate refused shower. April 1st, continue non-acute observation. The 2nd, cell search conducted. April 4th, continue non-acute observation. The next day, the same day, April 4th, okay to have safety pen and writing materials. Okay. And then also on the 4th, inmate received a flex pen and puzzles. Authority by MH. April 6th, seen by MH, no changes on status. And April 6th, cell search conducted. Please be aware, inmate has been chipping off the paint off of walls and making balls with it. Inmate was told to stop and said he didn't understand why he couldn't have the balls, which in fact were hard. After I explained why he could not have them, he didn't question any further and didn't say anything else. I mean, what the hell is he doing? Is he trying to make like a weapon, kind of a hard object that you can swing around, like a mace or something? What in the hell is he doing? All right, you guys, there's more people here right now. So if you're able to help support the channel tonight, I would appreciate your guys' support, because you guys are what are the sole source of the income on my nightly shows. All right. So thank you very much. Conducted, please be aware. Juggle? Okay, oh, come on, Eugenie. Jeez. You need a third one to juggle, wouldn't he? Oh, he was working on the other one. Please be aware, inmate has been chipping off the paint off the walls and making balls with it. Inmate was told to stop and said he didn't understand why he couldn't have the balls, which in fact were very hard. Inmate refused shower. Continue non-acute observation. Continue non-acute. Okay to have trustee provide haircut and shave with clippers only. Okay to use nail clippers with direct supervision. And this one is inmate became sick and after giving blood. Medical staff he's giving blood, huh? Medical staff attended to inmate and cleared him to remain in his current housing. Non-acute observation. Seen during MH rounds. Continue non-acute observation. Continue non-acute observation. Subject served. No change in custody level from added charge. Seen by MH. No changes on current status. Continue non-acute observation. Yeah, anyways, that's kind of like the main thing in there. So, I guess nobody heard what I just said a minute ago. Man. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll just... that's kind of the main stuff that was in there. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah, well, you'd hope, Carol. You'd hope, wouldn't you? But it's been a bit of a struggle. There you go, freaks. Let's support the channel. And Alley Cake, trying to continue a wave. And there's K-Me. Why can't I peel paint out the wall and make hard balls? No shower. Thanks, Gotcha Tea. I want Ozzy Trisha and Lisa Valenzuela. Thank you. Hey, we made it to 20% of a nightly goal. That's not too bad, I guess. I'm just going to scroll down through these. He's working on getting some more stuff that I'm going to help pay for. So, like video, we'll see how that goes. Like it's hundreds of dollars. It's crazy. So they went through, these are all of his charges here, coming up here in a minute. And there he is right there. Thanks, Donna D. Georgina Stoliker. Let's gonna go down to where they're going through the. These are all the different charges right there, and then they go through each single entry in. They just say kind of the same thing. There's no details in it, but all these different pages of each of the charges. Hey, thanks, Eugenie. Gifted a membership. Hope they get to the number tonight so I can give away some. Yeah, so there's just a ton of these. So look at all those. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so after we get past that, I kind of want to go through this part again. Let's see. Oh, these are just all the charges. Never mind. Same thing. All right, Georgina. Also gifted a membership. So who's getting these? We always have to check them out. We always check out whoever gets memberships. If they're a new YouTuber, we just remove them immediately. Unfortunately, we have to do that to make sure the because amazingly, if you can believe this, you guys, we have trolls that make themselves available for memberships just to steal the memberships from those of you out there that didn't have the funds to become a channel member. Pretty sad, isn't it? People stoop to that level. Thank you, Monogamous Apostate. Stephan will enjoy through a trial and reliving his I don't know. It's hard to know with that guy. He seems like somebody that didn't want, I don't think he's like a serial killer. I think he's like a psycho. He didn't want to get caught, so I think it'd be embarrassing for him. I think he'd be up there just going, ugh, God, he didn't want people to know. I think that's why he may have even killed Madeline, to make sure that nobody knew of what he did, because he I don't think he's proud of it. I mean, you don't think he's proud of what he did, right? I think he just didn't care. And now that he's caught, he knows how shitty it was. He just wanted to do it. What is, Sarah? This is absurd. What is? Go ahead. Are you on rewind? The funny thing is, every time I do ever talk about the Sebastian Rogers case, and I say anything at all that's anti-Seth, or not even anti-Seth, just pointing out that he's not a great guy either. He's been the instigator of a lot of the crap during the entire case, right? I mean, you got to admit, he's passive aggressive. He puts stuff out there to incite hate against everybody except himself. And he does it sort of in a sneaky way that, like, he could have done it on his own on the side. You guys know that, right? It's so ridiculous. I mean, just shut the hell up. Hey, always me, get to the membership. But I know as soon as I say that, they go, gosh, Gray, I'm leaving. I don't like that you said that. Yeah, I don't care if you liked it or not. I'm telling you what I think. And if you don't like what I think, and it's enough where you just go, I don't want to be, yeah, I'll see you later. All right. Oh, by the way, I got, let's see, 2 more videos in the, shit, no, I can't remember the last name. Why can't I remember it? Oh, shit. What does that say? Jim P. Like general population. Right. Thank you. Oh, I just remembered. Yeah, so like, what's that? Thank you, Jim P. Yeah. So David Clark case. That's the one I was trying to remember. It's like, God, how come I couldn't remember Clark? It's so simple. But in the David Clark case, there's 2 more videos. One's the neighbor's video of the same white, the guy in all white going into the other apartment. And then there's another video from downstairs. Apparently, like the same person who filmed the outside, the screaming and everything. They had another camera that filmed people sort of running through between the apartments, yelling, and you could hear in the background people trying to wave. You could actually hear Ashley yelling to get the police to, you notice where they're at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got that. Welcome, Timothy Moore. Very cool, very cool. Say no to the lulz. Say no to the lulz. Okay, these are all blacked out. All right, let's see what this says right here. Hey, gifted Timothy Moore became a member. Ozzy Trisha, gifted one. Facts matter. And you know what? I didn't say it. I made a community post, but the YouTuber Heels in the Air. I mean, she just kind of randomly passed away. I guess she was doing a show. She was actually live streaming the Karen Reed trial, going over it. And she went to do something and fell down and broke her hip, and then it got a blood clot, and just crazy ridiculousness, right? And she was always so, she liked me. There's people, she was controversial because she had made comments in the past and so forth. But she was always, in her true crime world, she was very factual, and she actually was supportive of me a lot. I mean, I didn't know her very well, I got to be honest, but I watched her videos from time to time. And she was, just sucked. It sucks. So I just wanted to say that, for all of you who knew who she was and everything, I feel bad. It's weird. What's weird about being sort of a face on YouTube is everybody knows you, and if something happens to you, everybody knows something happened, instead of having it private. And then on each channel, there's the regulars on there, and if something happens to one of the regulars, everybody on that channel knows about it, which is kind of cool too. That means everybody had a Yeah, she was funny. Like she made those parody videos. She'd always take like she made 2 videos with me where I'm just putting out the factual information and then comparing me to like, these crazy wild conspiracy YouTubers. So I always thought that was kind of cool, Hey, thanks, Katya T. And thank you to Claudia Neubauer. And look at that, Linda Howell, 53 months, for God's sakes. Now that is some absolute loyalty to my channel. Thank you very much. 53 months. I mean, I remember that. I was a little kid at the time. I just had like a glint in my eye of maybe becoming a YouTuber someday. And there she was, Linda Howell, said, I'll be your first member. And all these years later, here I am. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a sense of humor here. People just don't see it often. I mean, the people that are here see it all the time, but people that come in, they go, I don't like that gray guy, and they get the hell out. Hey, look at that Veruca salt, but the actual chemical compound name was gifted a membership. Hey, Red, Animata. The lady that is great. I'm equal to my sister. That is the Devastator. Animata. I am an Animata. Susan Lloyd. Scott H. Again. Thank you, Russian Aloha and CBC. Regarding Sebastian. Right here. Regarding Sebastian. Let me see if I can say that. Regarding Sebastian, it's hard to believe Mom wouldn't make sure Sebastian showered since he is in puberty. Maybe, I mean, how do we know that she didn't do that earlier? I mean, by the way, what does that mean to you? I mean, where are you getting that? I'm just trying to figure that out. Yeah, what's going on with Harmony Montgomery right now? I thought that case was already over. I'm just waiting for CBC to... Wait, CBC, isn't that like pot oil? Oh, you meant Stephan Stearns, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. No. She meant Sebastian. She has a puberty comment in there. It sounds about the same, Sarah. Let me go with that. Let me go with what I was thinking. All right, let me just go with the CB. Maybe she had CBC, just short of. Yeah. Oh, CBD. Okay. I had a lot of teen boys. They smell after gone all day. Right, but I mean, how do we know, first of all, that he didn't take a shower at like 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock, and then he was in bed by 9, and then there was like a thud sound at 10. She said something to him. He responded. Then everything was okay, and then she went to sleep. At midnight. See how I can just nimbly switch back from case to case? I don't have to. I don't like doing that, but I can. Okay, we're at 33% already. Not bad. Haven't been able to shower for months, but you'll be glad to know I don't smell. Wow, that's TMI, Mona. That's TMI right there. All right, let's read this thing from back then on February 26th at approximately 8 o'clock. A 13-year-old victim was reported missing by her mother, Jennifer Soto. The mother advised her daughter's stepfather, Stephan Stearns, I'm not sure why, I mean, maybe they refer to him as that there, picked her up from home and dropped her off at Hunters Creek Middle School at 13400 Town Loop Boulevard, Orlando, Florida on February 26, 2024. The mother then went to pick up the victim from school at dismissal and learned the victim never showed up to school. And that's because Stephan Stearns had killed her and put her in some almost like bamboo shrubs, 30, 40 miles away. An interview was conducted with the victim's stepfather, Stephan Stearns, who advised he picked the victim up and dropped her off in front of Peace United Methodist Preschool. I mean, it's sort of interesting how that's part of the story, don't you think? Like, what made him think of putting that into the story? Why not just say, because he knew he wasn't spotted at the school on camera, so I'm just not sure why that was invented by them. Did they hear about this person on surveillance prior? So then they said, oh, here's a good way. We can just say we dropped her off there, and then something like that. Males are generally stinky, if I remember correctly, Eugenie said. Come on. Jeez. Some of us actually bathe once in a while. Once in a while. Oh, shit. Hey, let me just ask you guys something. Could you imagine living in the cowboy day, like 1880 something? I mean, who the hell's having sex back then? I mean, you'd have to wear like a nose plug and like, I don't even know what you would be doing. It's just like, man, thank God for current world, I'm serious though. Can you imagine? Like 1888 or some crap where no, I don't think Jen Soto's involved at all. That's just my opinion. Yeah. So anyways, if you guys missed it earlier, Stephan Stearns had been chipping paint off the walls of his jail cell and forming them into balls. Now, I don't know if he was, maybe riding the other side of the fence and he thought maybe he could visualize what that would, I don't know what the hell he would. I don't know why he was making these balls, okay? But they were hard and, maybe he was going to make weapons out of them. Maybe he was going to try to swallow one of them and choke himself. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But anyways, he took the paint off the walls and turned them into hard balls. Let's see. An interview was conducted with the victim's stepfather, Stephan Stearns, who advised he picked the victim up and dropped her off in front of Peace United Methodist Preschool, which was down the street from the school. Right. At 8:40, he said. Hunters Creek Middle School begins class at 9:30. So that's already kind of strange. A license plate reader captured Stephan Stearns with Florida tag driving away from the school at 8:10. So he couldn't have dropped her off at 8:40 because he's already driving away from the school at 8:10. And now we know at 8:19, he's actually back at the apartment complex with Madeline Soto appearing to be dead in the vehicle. License plate reader captures Stephan's vehicle with Florida tag. Okay. During the interview with Stephan, he provided constant or consent, excuse me, to search his phone. However, he stated he had accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone on February 26th. So isn't that amazing? God, how unlucky. I believe him too. I mean, don't you? That he accidentally factory reset his phone by clicking like a series of 5 different steps to actually get to that on your phone. And he just did it randomly. He was like on the toilet and he was just sitting there and his hand was over to the side and he was like, da, da, da. And his hand was bouncing up and down. Oh my God, he factory reset the damn thing. He didn't even know it. He wouldn't even have known he factory reset. He was looking at his phone going, hey, what in the hell is going on with my phone today? You know what? I must have accidentally reset it when I was sitting on the toilet and my hand was just bouncing. Unbelievable the things that can accidentally happen. But you know what's interesting about that is that the phone was factory reset the following day after he was on Telegram at 11:40 something at night on the 25th. And then obviously there are images on his phone probably. But what was he doing on Telegram at 11:47, I think it was. All right, you guys, now let's not get those lulls going. We had a nice flow going earlier. If you're out there and you can help support the channel, we try to bring in revenue on a nightly basis to support my channel, and I give away a lot of the money too to various true crime related charities. We're already at I was thinking of doing another one of those nights where I match something. I don't know if you guys are into that or not, but I think if we were at a higher number, I might try to do it. But why is Stearns giving blood? I don't know. Maybe it's to make money for his commissary. Something like that. Maybe they get a little bit of back. Yeah. Yeah, we gave 500 to Rain just like a couple weeks ago, or like a week ago. Yeah, well, it was actually this other guy. He's one of these computer, sort of hacker. I don't know what you want to call him. He's really good at finding. He showed it to me, and then I went out and I got the same website, and we did some testing because see where he lives is a different time frame as mine, and it turns out he had this. It was the same time on his as mine. So that means it's not adjusted. It's a fixed time for the local user, and then it turns out it was GMT time. So instead of being like 4:37 or 4:47, it was 11 because that's what the -5 for that area. Thank you, Gloria Batari. I wonder that too. But man, you just got to admit, man, on the 25th, he's on Telegram, which is, we read a whole article on that, how it's being used by predators because it's encrypted and they get people to do all kinds of crazy things on there. And then the next day, he factory resets that phone. What pictures did he take on that phone? What was he doing? I am like 90% certain that he uploaded something onto Telegram related to that night with Madeline Soto. And I'm hoping it wasn't related to her, her death, that he filmed something he did and then uploaded that, because they actually look for that kind of stuff on those sites, as shitty as that is. After an extensive canvass of the area and interviews with victim, family, and friends, it was unusual for the victim to be dropped off down the street from the school. Upon reviewing the contents of Stephan's phone, several images and videos were located. So they must have been able to, I wonder how they did that after he factory reset it, which depicted the missing juvenile with her breasts. And, I'm not going to go through this part here again, but, it's disgusting. And he had, I'm kind of thinking at the beginning of this, there's photographs of his, these up here are like photographs of his private parts and different things, Yeah. So it just kind of goes through all these, the same thing again, just lists off each charge are all the same over and over again. Yeah, there we go again. These are all, everything's kind of duplicates because they're multiple charges and they're all the same. So anyways, it was kind of interesting just to see the daily log of what they're doing. He slowly got more privileges, and then he got to get to work and things like that. Hey, thanks, Ozzy Tricia. In memory of Heels, she was loved by many and will be sadly missed. She was Tricia from Websleuth's friend. Yeah, that part was weird. That I didn't realize that they knew each other for 30 years. Yeah, it's a long time. And thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, we made it to like 42%. Look at that. Sarah B gifted a membership to Lady Montgomery. Welcome, Lady Montgomery, and thank you to Sarah B. Yeah, it's like, it's just a ridiculous. It's by the hour, but it's like this next one might be hundreds of dollars because I'm going to help the guy out. He's spending so much money, the Docket, on these things, and I want to be able to have them too. What I don't like about YouTube is how people just steal. Like if you go out and I guess that's one of the things. Like when people put watermarks on their images, maybe that's the reason. Because see, they go through the effort and the expense a lot of times to get the documents, and then when they put them out there, if they didn't put the watermarks on there, that people will just take them screenshot after screenshot right off their YouTube channel, and then they're not getting anything out of it. So I guess if he puts his watermarks on there, people might say, "Oh, who's that?" Okay, and then maybe get some sort of benefit out of it. Because YouTubers don't give a damn about giving credit or anything to anybody for doing anything. It's like I'm not sure, like a pack of locusts. Yeah. I don't know. I thought of switching to a different place, like Rumble or, multiple streaming platforms, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy over here. All right, so that's all I've really got on, the whole Stephan Stern situation. We just kind of went through the daily log, and he, the key points were that something about the tray. He wanted to keep his tray. You kind of wonder what he's going to really do with that. And then the other one was that he's chipping paint out the walls and making balls out of it that are hard. Didn't I? I worded it absolutely perfectly in my thumbnail, didn't I? It wasn't even clickbait, as you can tell by the number of people watching. It's not really. I could have had it way more, like Stephan Stearns creates balls of his own. Stephan Stearns creates balls of his own from paint. Article at 11. No showers and hard ball. There you go. That'd probably be pretty good. No showers and hard balls. That would have worked, Russian Aloha. Damn it, man. Let me try it. Let me switch it over and see what happens. Let's just throw it in there. On the written part. No showers. And yoo, bam. All right. I just switched the written title on there. I think that's a good one. All right. All of a sudden, we got 9,000 people watching. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Who's got the Koberger vibes? Huh? Only problem. I'm just looking at that title. It's ridiculous. That was pretty good. Woo! I'm just looking at it over there. Like somebody who isn't going to click on that? Right? Yeah, who wouldn't click on that, right? All right, use the same liveliness, though, in the chat, you guys, to help support the channel tonight so we can keep on rolling. We've had 3 crappy nights in a row, so I'm hoping tonight would be a better one so we get these frozen moments. We had a nice little roll going early, though. That was nice. Get your paintball merch. Yeah, I've actually lost people. There's no showers and hard balls. What? I don't know why that one's so funny to me. I'm just looking at. Just look at the title there. Like go out there and look. Oh man, that was pretty good there, Russian Low. I gotta give you that one. Yeah, I don't know why that one's so funny to me. Oh, I try to be funny on here all the time. That little is going to wake me up laughing in the middle. Yeah, it is. It's just one of those things. It's just funny. Yeah, it's actually dropped. I had 405. Now there's only 385. Maybe it'll work later, though. Maybe. But it's true. It's not even clickbait. Ish. All right. So in the Micah Miller case is getting really, I'm not sure what you call it. It's a mess, absolute mess. I have no idea what the hell's even going on in it. It seemed kind of obvious before, but I don't even know. I think everybody's crazy. I think both of them. I don't even know what's going on with the pastor. Have you guys seen that video today where he's like on the ground and he's like, I mean, I don't know. I think he's just goofing around. He's pretending to be something. But then there's also other videos out there. You saw the one where Micah said that, she was in Africa, and she was even talking about one time she tried to take her own life one time with a gun and it didn't go off. So that makes you go, wow, so she is capable of that. Listen to me. I don't have any doubt in my mind after that police report that she took her own life. I have zero. Okay, and I wish everybody was the same way, because if you go out and you look on YouTube and you start watching these crazy videos where people are looking at, oh, look at the necklace. Ooh, the necklace. Ooh, 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 ooh. He's got that necklace on, but then she had it on over here. And it's absurd, you guys. And then everything, all these little, visualization, like trying to put side by sides of the surveillance. Because what you're trying to say at that point is that's not even her in the video. Okay. But I have zero doubt in my mind that she took her own life. I don't have any time nor energy to pretend that there's something more sinister going on, given the facts that we got in that PDF file the other day. And I think both of them were, I think both of them were both had emotional, psychological problems. Except he seemed to sort of I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Because there's actually video where she bashes in a door trying to get her purse or something. And there's another one where she's driving around filming him. Stalking him, basically, driving around trying to catch him at a place. Hey, thanks, Quinta Huggins. Thank you. And WNC Granny. Prisoner and a weapon made from paint chips. Oh, paint chip balls? Oh, okay. Then they'd be blue balls, right? So. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, look at that. All right. I'm just checking that email. So let's see what WNC Granny just sent. I got to go back to the Stearns for a second. This is 2021. Florida inmate creates makeshift paintball weapon attack. Paintball weapon attacks other inmate. The inmate had 4 golf ball sized bruises on the upper back and head. I was thinking he was going to put the balls inside like a sheet and swing it or something. Marion County Sheriff's Office officials have accused a 21-year-old inmate of battering a fellow inmate with a makeshift paintball weapon. The victim is Clifton. I don't know if this is going to be the same. Paintball is described as a paint. Oh, there it is. So it is the same. Look at this. A paintball is described as paint scraped from the jail wall, rolled up, and then placed inside of a sock. There you go. That's exactly how I was picturing. Like he would put it in something and smash people up. Jail officials said paintball weapons are not intended to be deadly or cause serious injury. Okay. Bliss said he chased James out of his cell and reported the incident to detention deputies. Okay, well, so that makes sense. I wonder what you do. Like you take the paint off and wet it a little bit and roll it up. Yeah, something like that. I got allergies coming in. It was 84 degrees here today. It's wild. All right. Anyways, we were talking about, we had moved on to Micah Miller, right? And I don't know what to even think anymore in this one. It's just this is gonna be just like Sebastian Rogers. There'll be people who go, And, he actually put out a letter, his attorney did. And so I'm going to abide by it. I'm not going to have my videos. I put them in for members only or whatever. But I'm not going to have these videos, because I, to be honest with you guys, I don't know what the hell's going on now. I know that he is JP or whatever. Well, you could see the stuff he was saying at church even, and he admitted to doing certain things. But, man, it got really nutty. Well, at first there was. The information that we got from her family and friends and witnesses out there were absolutely, it was like a classic abuse case where somebody goes missing after they're getting a divorce. Okay? Hey, thanks, Allie Cake. But who knows what the reality is. You know what I'm going to do? Or by the way, let me open this up. Let me get another sequence. I'll put this in here. I wonder if I rotate it around, if it looked better. If I could go like that or something for a little bit.
JP. You alright, man?
That's him.
You okay? Huh?
By the way, what the hell is this over here? I mean, I don't even know what's going on in the picture. Like, he's got the shirt, and then his two skinny ass legs over here, and then there's this big ass, hunchback from Notre Dame, something or other going on right there.
You okay? What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter?
Oops. Uh-oh, I bet it's gonna, yeah, I knew it. God, I knew it. Ah, shit. You can't ever do anything a little extra in that program. I'll open it up again. Somebody, Gene Salzman sent me a PayPal and said, "You present hard facts and balls. Who could want more?" Okay. And also Billy Giuliani earlier today sent me a PayPal, so that was nice. I just wanted to show up, like on a show, just to say hi or something. But you guys, let's not have these lulls in here. Let's make tonight be a normal, keep on trucking type of night, all right? We're already starting to get those long periods of time, and that's hard to get to the goal at that point. Now, what does that say? Ah, shit. Didn't close properly. You can recover. Okay, I don't want it.
JP. You alright, man? You okay? Huh? You okay? What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter?
I switched my medication. Makes me go crazy.
Is somebody helping you?
How does he even talk like that? God, I can't even do that sound. I actually don't. I think this is all bull crap right here, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to say Jesus.
I can't even do it, man. It's like
But
hurts
you
my.
got Mark coming?
Somebody called him, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to answer baby.
So,
Because it's biting me everywhere.
this your medication? Something they gave you?
Yeah, they were drunk.
Yeah.
Just in their daisies or something.
You want me to make sure Mark's coming?
Yeah, all I do is find out when the phone's on me. On the phone.
But somebody's called him, right?
Oh, I think I just did the same thing. God. Yeah. How come you can't do that while it's moving? That's so stupid. Ah, crap. I'm sorry. Let me try to do that one. Reopen the other one. Maybe it'll be quick. And here it comes. I guess not.
I switched my medication. Makes me go crazy.
Is somebody helping you?
Thanks, Danielle.
Thanks, I think Mark's coming to get me.
We're not even at 50%.
I thought I was going to say Jesus.
Okay. But you got Mark coming?
Somebody called him, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to answer baby.
So,
Because it's biting me everywhere.
this your medication? Something they gave you?
Yeah, they were drunk.
Yeah.
Who the hell would ever want this guy as a pastor after this? You know, by the way, I don't think any medication can cure whatever this is right here. So that's why I don't think it's real. You know?
Just in their daisies or something.
You want me to make sure Mark's coming?
Yeah, all I do is find out when the phone's on me.
How does anybody have that tone of voice? Can any of you do that? Even you women out there. Can you get that high pitch? Any of you? Maybe lithium. They took the L out and put an H in there, like Karen said. Somebody actually accidentally gave him, I don't know, helium instead of. Yeah, he goes in there and says, "Yeah, I'd like to have. We need some lithium." And the guy gave him a few balloons with helium in it, and then he laid there for 20 minutes, stoned and talking like he's a chipmunk.
But somebody's called him, right?
Hey, thanks, Donna D.
Okay. All right.
So kind, so kind.
Hey, JP. I think Mark is coming. I had
Look at his
tried
left.
to get in touch with him again to make sure.
Like, look at his left arm is just sort of like out. What in the hell's going on here?
Huh?
Stop. Wait, hold
You
on.
was letting there's ants on you? There's no ants on you. It's just maybe that's there's none on you. There's none on the grass. What kind of medicine did you have?
Look at he stops now.
All right, well, somebody's gonna come. Okay.
Look at he just stopped on a dime. And now he's like, oh. Let me really sell this one now. He starts like, look at him. Oh, Jesus, give me a break. Look at this crap right here. Does anybody believe this right here at all?
Do I need to call 911?
No, he's laughing. He's going, you idiot, you believe this
call
shit?
the medic?
Look at him. Okay. Hey, thanks, even Stephen. Yeah, flying in the shape of a chalk outline. That's true, isn't it? Let's see.
Yeah, we got somebody coming. You want some water or anything? Yeah, he said okay if you got a little bottle of water.
Look at that too, you guys. Let's not kid around here. Is that Bigfoot? Look at it. Look at it. Holy shit. It's the same thing. Holy moly, you guys.
I think they changed his medication or something, he said. And he said, like, ants was calling.
Jeez.
So I got some coming. Okay. Yeah.
And just think he's going
I'm going to pass the street back over here. Okay. So.
I mean, how did his sermon go the next day? Hey, had a wild night yesterday. Let me show you this video.
Well, let me know if I can do anything. Okay, I think he's JP. You want some water?
Yes, you guys, you should have seen me last night. I was really laid out.
Okay, you want to try to sit up? You want to try to sit up, or you want to put it to your mouth, or what? I'll be out in a few minutes if you need it. Okay.
Look at that guy.
Is that enough? You want more?
I can't stop making noises in the morning when I wake up.
They don't need to see me in the morning? What in God's name is this?
If Mark can't make it quick, you want me to get your mom over here?
I don't want my mom anywhere in their church. They're crazy. Always time I can get her
To the funny time.
I can't sleep. I can't do nothing. I got
Come on.
Drama.
You guys want to watch that again? Or I mean, this is just. I wish it was clear the whole time. It looked like he lost the focus of it. Yeah, we need. I don't know. It hasn't. Wait, hold on. Oh, the spaceship. Oh crap. I don't know. It might be on this one. If I switch it to that, you might be able to see it. That would have been good on this one, wouldn't it? Oh, wait. I guess it's not the spaceship. I think it has to be like 20.
I freaking dead. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
There it was down there in that corner. Sorry about that. Guess I could. Let me go back to this one and grab the copy. All right, so it should work on this screen here. Next time, I think it has to be 20 plus for that one. I think the spaceship. I haven't seen that in a long time. When was the last time anybody saw that? The spaceship. Thank you, Quinta Huggins, and thank you very much to Why Wonder. You guys want me to play that one more time? It's only like 5 minutes long. There's nothing really to get from it. It's just ridiculous, you know. It's like, here he goes, he's walking up to it.
You all right, man?
I think I'm going to play it, rotate it, so it's like this. Maybe I'll make it so you can see a little bit more. All right.
You okay? Huh? You okay? What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter?
Well, I've got something sticking out of my hip the size of a bowling ball, but I...
You switched my medication. Makes me go crazy.
Is somebody helping you?
He switched medicines. I mean, I think there. Well, I don't know what's going on over here. It might be an optical illusion. Maybe there's some metal. You know, the car is blocking part of the leg or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was going to say Jesus.
Okay. But you got Mark coming?
Somebody called him, I think.
Somebody called him, I think.
So,
See, like right there, he went in with this. So you know how I know this is bull crap? Is he had a thought to put his thumb and get rid of a scratch or something. If you were really psychotic like that, you wouldn't ever even be anywhere near thinking about that. Here, watch this. Look at it, like right there. See that? He goes in there to get rid of a tear or scratch, you know, something that was itchy or something on his eye, you know. How did you even feel that? If you're in a state where you sound like this and you're so out of it, there's no way in hell you're thinking about a little thing on your eye, right? No chance.
It's biting me everywhere.
is your medication something they gave you? Yeah.
No fancy on him. Wouldn't he be running all over the place?
You want me to make sure Mark's coming?
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's actually... Oh, I see. That's part of the color of his pants. That's why it looks so weird. The black right there is a stripe on the side. Okay. So it looked like it stopped right there, and there was this huge mound, but that black is on his pants. Okay. There we go. Now it makes sense. Isn't that weird?
You want me to make sure Mark's coming? But somebody's called him, right?
Across the street called.
Okay. All right.
Hey, JP,
I think Mark is coming. I had him try to get in touch with him again to make
I'm
sure.
gonna see what his voice sounds like with this
Okay.
turned on.
huh? He was letting his hands on you?
There's no ants on you, though. It's just, maybe that's how you feel, but there's none on you. There's none on the grass. What kind of medicine did they have you on?
Thanks, ginger cheese. Okay.
Sorry, this is funny.
Do I need to call
911? Do I need to call the medics? Hey, what's going on, sir? Yeah, we got somebody coming. What in the heck is going on out there?
You want some water or anything?
Wow, hey, thanks,
You want
Pixie
some
Blue.
Yeah, he
so
said
much.
okay if you got a little bottle of water.
That does help. Thank you so much.
I heard Chewbacca. Do you guys hear Chewbacca? I think or something he said. Wow, that's crazy. That guy he's nuts.
I'll go across the street. Back over here. Okay. So let me know if I can do anything. Okay, I think he's. Here's some water, JP. You want some water? Okay. You want to try to sit up? You want to try to sit up, or you want to put it to your mouth, or what? Okay.
Hey, thanks, ginger cheese.
Got enough no more.
Hey man, listen to this guy. La la. Yeah.
If Mark can't make it, you want me to get your mom?
Oh la la. 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 Oh la la.
Move around about we improve about some we did all supposed to do. You might not have heard on, maybe you have not. I searched it all there was like. Used to get angry all the time. You say what you want to spell my name right. All the mother could do was rocking a house. That's what the room was all about. Get together and tell all your friends that they don't wait till you see me again. This way I can hear from the horse's mouth right in there. They say what I. Woo! All right. Here we go. You know what I'm trying to figure it out is how did he open his car and then he saw like a neighbor, so he fell on the ground there? How did he get to this spot right here? Right? How did he get there? He just kind of drives up, pulls his car over, and oh, hey, somebody looking. Because let me ask you this. How did he drive 5 feet in this state right here? He couldn't have. Absolutely impossible. Anyways, thank you up there to Ginger Keys. We're only 26 away from a goal, but if we get to the next phase after that would be where I give away 5 memberships. So, there's that. You can do a rap feud. He fell out of a truck. Right, he fell out of a truck and he somehow drove in that state. I mean, man, that is a miracle. And he got into the driveway even. Look at that. He pulled into the driveway and he's like that. Did his head hit the steering wheel at the right time and it spun in? We'll never know. Only JP knows at this point. He was probably hoping like a wife or somebody would come up, at the time. And, he probably the night before he did something really shitty. So now he wants sympathy, but it's not his wife that's showing up. So he was like, now I can't get out of my ruse. Had she been here, I'd slowly recover, but she's not here. So I'm going to just sit here and lay here and pretend. Yeah. He did something there, right? Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have any, I don't think he, I'm not even going to say he doesn't, I don't think. He has nothing to do with physically killing, or nobody does really. I mean, he might have mentally, put her in a state where she wanted to take her life. But we know that, we've already seen a while ago where she said that she tried to do it before on her own. And then there seems to be other situations where, she seems to be having, issues, So it's kind of like, where is it? Where is the truth lie? I mean, he does obviously have other problems. Like even his ex said it was kind of the same. I mean, what if there were just 2 people that have mental problems and they're together? I would start looking at everybody in that church. The fact that they followed somebody like this makes it almost feels like they have mental issues, That's not fair, Gray. Maybe he just hid it from him. Really? I mean, didn't somebody mention this right here back then? Look at, we have OG and exactly. Which one is it? That's pretty funny, though. I might have to, I almost feel like you got to make a meme or something out of this thing. Man, I cannot get that high pitch. Can any of you? He does have the low ears. He does have the low ears. Let's see what this next one is. So here's another incident right here. Now, what do you guys make of this one? It's flip. Well, let me just put it in here and I'll flip it right. Flip horizontal. Does that work? There we go. Okay, so this is the correct.
Micah, stop. Stop. Calm down, Micah. Stop. Stop. I don't have your purse. Stop.
Maybe he did or didn't. I don't know if he had it.
Stop, Micah. Please. Stop, Micah. Stop. Stop. I don't have your purse.
Yeah. So we don't know what that is. I mean, to me, that doesn't look too violent or anything. You know, does he really have her purse, or you know? See, here's what's suspicious about something like this. Why is he filming right now? It's like he intentionally did something to upset her by hiding the purse somewhere, and now he's got the camera on, knowing she's going to do this, so that he has proof of something, right? That's what it feels like. But you know, she does seem to break the door to look for it. And then there's also, let's see, this one right here. Look. So that's her in a, I don't know which vehicle that is. Maybe almost looks like one of those temporary tires there. But apparently JB's filming her through like a restaurant out, and this is a video. This is just a still frame from it. And she's moving, and she's filming him. So who the hell knows what's going on here, you guys? It's just a crazy, I think it's just a situation of complete, I don't know, just like a disaster, really. Yeah. Right, Kitty Cat, so you're saying he would make you feel a certain way, and no, but it sounds like there's other videos out there where she's absolutely unhinged, right? I mean, Zozo saw one of them where she's kind of like, you know, talking about the devil and just going on and on and on. He's just listening, like, okay, yeah, because she's like lost it. So there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. Now they were all removed. So what were your thoughts on those when you saw them, Zozo? I didn't get to see any of them. What did you think? I mean, the whole situation sucks, you know, because she actually, you know, she felt like it was better to take her own life than to, you know, obviously to be alive and dealing. Yeah, what changed your mind on that she took her own life? I already knew that. I mean, I wasn't, the document the police gave me was convincing for me. But it changed your mind on that. But what did you think about what do you think now about the whole thing? You know, the whole story after seeing those. What did you come up with? It seems a little bit more complex, doesn't it? Right, Danielle. She was over there and she said that she tried before with a gun and it didn't go off. She has serious mental issues after seeing that. Okay. Yeah. And then it sort of makes you wonder, you know, did he try to? Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is one of those cases, too, if you say anything else, it's not victim blaming or anything if you say that she had mental problems, okay? It's not victim blaming. It's saying, and is she a victim in this case in terms of, like, I think that there was it was sort of a mentally abusive relationship, but she's not really a victim of the crime, of any, God, I don't know, it's hard to say, like an actual criminal crime. I mean, maybe there's a civil case to be litigated out there, but yeah, but I mean, I think she was already kind of like that. Always me. I guess her previous husband said this, was saying something similar, that it was really wild, you know, that she was. All right, you guys, we froze again in here, so we're only 23 short of the normal goal. If you're able to help support the channel, that'd be great. That way we can just get it out of the way. They were at war, period. Right. And it seems like she was doing stuff too. And I got to tell you, a few days ago, I even told other people that I was suspicious of the tracking device, of the second one specifically. I thought it was weird that she didn't give it to the police officer or something. I mean, why is there a tracking device? Why when you want them to go research it and look and see what's going on? The first one seemed like it could be legit, because she was just getting her car fixed, and then a person found it on the car. But is the second one, is that more of a, now things aren't just cut and dry like they were once before. When you say you can't get sucked in, who's you? Hey, thanks, Joseph Brennan and Brown-Eyed Girl. Da-da-da-da. Well, hey, this might be a night where I get to give out 5 memberships. We're getting we're only 43 away from that one. Who said that? Is that both have mental health issues? I'll put hers up on there. Are you in there, True Sleuth? What do you think about this thing? You can just say what you think. Both have mental issues. There's a group chat where the family didn't stop her from stopping her meds cold turkey. That's crazy. So what did they do? She said, I want to stop, and they say, oh yeah, go ahead. And actually, like True Sleuth and Zozo knows who I'm talking about, and Ada and other people, we know somebody that's having some similar kind of issues, it feels like, in her real world. And let me just tell you, every single day, this person writes these epically long, rants talking about people are listening in. They're doing, and she's the same age and everything. People are listening in. They can hear what I'm doing. They're everybody's conspiring, and it's just this long thing. And like a year and a half ago, she wasn't like that at all. She was totally normal. And then something happened where she, I don't know what to tell you, but it's pretty weird. So I'm kind of wondering if there's some similarity here. JP was telling them she needed help. And it's weird, though, too, because it seems like some of her friends said she seemed totally normal right up at that point. Thanks, Danielle. And Linda Howe, as in Linda Bolden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. It messes them both up worse than not taking them at all.
Ocean wave.
Ramping up on meds.
From Micah. Folded hands.
Here, where's that one? Oh, there goes my stomach. If they were both not compliant with their meds, it messes them both up worse than not taking them at all. Ramping up on meds or coming off them has to be done slowly. Most carry black box warnings. Yeah, well, he said I switched medications, but does that seem like a normal reaction that he just had right there? That just seems out of totally false. Somebody faking it. If people are reporting the videos, they're blocking people from seeing another side. Right. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Now, when the case started, I think I'm guilty of it too. It's like it seems so obvious. Like it was just this crystal clear. Like it seemed like the family and friends and everybody was putting out stuff. And, I was still like, it was just 50-50 whether or not she took her own life or not. But then I switched to 70-30 later after seeing that video and other things. And then after they put out that, actually, I think it was like 90-10 after the reporter said that he had information and he wants the sheriff to put it out there. And then after that, after they finally put out that first press release, it was like, I'm certain. And then absolutely slam dunk on the PDF file they put out. Very good investigation by law enforcement. They put all the pieces together. There isn't some weird pixels that don't match up, you guys. All those people putting those videos out are tricking you. And they're using the fact that they're making a video for you. And you think that they're have some sort of expertise in some way because they put out that video. Okay, they absolutely have no clue what they're doing. They just go, "Ooh, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh." Zooming in on a necklace and then saying, "Look, he's got one that looks like it." That's not proof of anything. As a matter of fact, they both had the same tattoos, basically, other than the fact she had one with a dove on it. And so how do we know they didn't have the same necklace? I mean, it's just this wild stuff. And what are you trying to say, actually? What are people actually trying to say when they, let's see, he's a narcissist and very well could be bipolar. Well, she might be something too, though, right? Monogamous apostate. She had a whole bunch of things she was listed at. My sister is. She's a master manipulator. She's in mania most of the time. She feels great until she crashes when things don't go her way. But maybe the crash is just, it doesn't go her way, but she's not really crashing. You think he acts bipolar? Huh. It's been said her belongings were given to him as next of kin, so it could be, in fact, that's her necklace he's wearing. I guess so. I mean, you think they would have given a necklace the next right away and like he's wearing it? I don't know. Maybe. Could be. But it doesn't really matter. It's like you have to believe in weird stuff. People doing these side-by-sides with a picture on surveillance with her real-life picture, her video pictures, and then going, "Hey, look at it. Oh, it's different. So what are you suggesting here? That the police department in Lumberton got in some, computer special effects experts, and they placed her in there by using some video from another time and placed her in there just to concoct a story to protect a creepy pastor." Does that make any sense to anybody? What would make you think that would make sense? Yeah, didn't think so. Anyways, let's watch this one again. I don't know if it's saying anything.
Micah, stop. Calm down, Micah, stop. Stop. I don't have your purse. Stop.
Let me make it louder. I'll boost it up quite a bit. It's going to be kind of loud. Here we go.
Micah, stop. Calm down, Micah, stop. Stop. I don't have your purse. Stop. You don't have my purse? Nope. Stop, Micah. Please. Stop, Micah, stop. Stop. I don't have your purse.
Who knows what the hell's going on? I guess, he could easily have her purse, and he's got his camera out because he knows she's going to react a certain way and wants to get a record of it. But I just think both of them have issues. I don't see. Did you send a super chat, Quinta? Said while holding it in hand, probably. Who knows, right? What's going on, Danielle? You look so sad. What happened? Honestly, I don't think that was weird of her. I don't think it's that weird that she was trying to get her purse, but breaking the door is a little bit much, right? I mean, I think he intentionally made her feel like that to have her open the door. There's other ones though where she's driving around. They've all been deleted off the internet. Like if I could show you these things, I've been described to me by Zozo. She saw all of them. They were on, and she's really, got some issues going on, and apparently he is, in those ones is trying to help her out, and stuff like that. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Without anybody getting to see those, everybody's just going to have a certain opinion. It's the same thing in the Sebastian Rogers case. There's a guy on TikTok who put those out, and he does, what he's saying on one of the videos. He tried to describe, and it's exactly what I see in a lot of cases. There's this sort of mob mentality effect, and and I sort of got involved. Well, it's weird too at the beginning because all the documents we saw were all kind of saying one thing, so we don't know. We didn't have any other stuff to judge it by, I guess. But I think, I don't know, I still land in the area that, perhaps his side of the story put her into the mode of wanting to take her own life. Except she's already said that she wanted to do it before anyways. She sent someone this big, long rant about having sex on Sundays and apostles or some shit. Okay. All right, if we do 35 more, we get to the 5 memberships. Why does he do that? Explain it all. He's evil. Yeah. I don't know. I think sometimes things aren't as they seem. In this case, I feel like there's a combination of things. It's not just a simple case. I know everybody's had that in their mind, so everyone feels like they got to stick with that. But sometimes when you're presented new information, you have to go, oh, shit. I mean, that's what Zozo just did, right? I mean, she sent me stuff like, how do we know, stuff like, how do we know he was driving his pickup truck and all, trying to, I think sometimes people get what I call tunnel vision, right? Like you're trying to make things, or like confirmation bias, where you're given some information, so you want to twist it, any new information to fit your belief system, right? But she actually saw all those videos, and it changed her opinion of the whole situation. I still want to know why she had a made-up sandwich in her car. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Does it say that somewhere? Who said that she had a made-up sandwich in her car? Maybe she bought one at the store and just never ate it. See, she's saying something that we don't know to be a fact. Yeah. Let's see. What may be combination, but he did not have to get in church and announce her death the way. Yeah, I thought it sucked. I mean, he just sit there. He trash her in the church. So that's obviously something that that kind of could have led to her mental state. All right, let's go look. Here it doesn't say what she bought. Maybe just gas. Or she got a drink, too. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not in this document. Oh, right there. I don't know. It looks like looks like a bag with a bunch of crappy toast in it. Here, let's zoom in on it. Yeah, right there, that thing. I don't know. I mean, would you want to eat that yourself? Probably had it and went, oh, geez, this looks terrible. Is that the last thing I want to eat? That thing? A crusty, crappy, burnt piece of toast? Looks like something that might have just been sitting in her car, actually. Don't know. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Lunch for work. You know, something seems like it happened like right then. That day, right? Seems like she went somewhere and she was going to go do something else and then just changed her mind. Something got into her head and she just went and took her own life. Oh, do you? I think if we zoom in close enough. See, this is what you'll start seeing on videos coming up. You're going to get this one. I'll show you. Oh yeah, this is gonna do it. There we go. Are you telling me you can't see that? Can't you see the nose there? The eye there? There's an eye. Look at that. I see it. There's an eye. Look. Oh my God, everybody. Oh Jesus. Look it. See that? Can't you see an eyebrow even? Holy crap, everybody. Can't you see it? You know these videos are going to be coming out pretty soon. Don't worry about that. See what they do on YouTube when there's lack of information, they zoom in on pixels about like this, and then they start going, "Oh, do you guys see it? Do you see that? Look at it! Look at it!" See, it's right there. Look. It's a gun. It's a gun, everybody. Hey, look at it. Oh, wait, I just randomly drew that. That looks like Mario. Look. Super Mario. He's got a mouth there, and then we go like that, and maybe he's smiling a little bit. And that was amazing Super Mario. Hey, thanks, Peter. And Peter, you're still wrong, buddy. And look, he's got his arm back here. You see that? Look at that. Boom. You tell me that doesn't exist in that picture. That's what they do on YouTube, and people believe it. I see it too. Look at that. There's a hand right here. Look at there's a finger, another finger, and it goes. Look at that, everybody. Can you see it now? God, it's obvious. And then he's got a little cuff ring here, you know. Fill that in a little bit. Oh, it's so crazy, man. I'm telling you. And what I'm showing you right there is literally what people do on YouTube. That's right. Mario's getting his ass kicked in that one. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys So we do have this Daily Mail, Micah Miller. See, there he is right there. That's her ex-husband. Yeah. Dog lover. Peter. Wait, what does this one say? CP. Wait, I was trying to find Plato's. I can't see it. Peter. I guess I'm missing the one that was funny. Well, where's the one that the joke? Because Zozo was laughing. Hey, thank you so much, Pixie Blue. I think that got us over. Let me do it. Hold on a second. And here we go. Right there. All right, who got him? Who got him? Who got him? Who got him? We got Willow Blossom. We got Devi Brigham. We've got Mr. Zeep. We've got Emma Grant and Wonder Woman. Get us out from under. Wonder Woman. Yeah, well, thank you guys for getting me in the position to be able to give away the 5. So we are now at 19. A couple of people got their own memberships and gifted a whole bunch of freaks out there. Yeah, how is there anybody left on YouTube? Well, there's thousands and millions of people on YouTube. Not that you really wanted an answer. I find this amazing how similar. This is the ex-wife. They do really look very similar, especially that picture compared to what she looks like in the. Let's see. Like in Walking In, I think it's maybe. Hey, there we go. I mean, that's pretty amazing,
After a hard week.
Like almost a clone, really. Pretty wild. And there she is there. And that's after the wedding, and he's back there. Hey, I'll be with her in a couple years now. And actual wedding pictures. I guess that must be on a honeymoon or something, or I guess I went to visit a steel factory. So here's the thing that was written by an attorney. It says, following the ultimate death of untimely, Mr. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the law offices of Russell B. Long, on behalf of our client, Pastor John Paul Miller, issued the press release to clarify the circumstances surrounding the tragic passing of Micah Miller. Following the untimely death of Micah Miller, unfounded rumors and false accusations began circulating on social media and in various media outlets suggesting Pastor Miller's involvement in her demise. This created a buzz, causing local and national media outlets to begin proliferating these falsehoods on a mammoth proportion. Our client refutes any report that suggests he ever abused his wife. Well, it's hard to, you admit to it by stalking her. By recent reports claim that Pastor Miller groomed his wife. And so that part was always kind of dodgy to me, that from age 10 years old, he couldn't be farther from the truth. She moved to Myrtle Beach at the age of 15. So there you go. Hey, thanks, Faith, Hope, and Charity's Homestead. Man, that's almost as long as Crystal, a.k.a. Beaver Gaming sub Crystal. Let's get this to the school. Come on, everyone. There's no place to go if Gray isn't here for those of us that enjoy facts over feelings with a touch of rational hypothesis with a dash of humor. Charity. Hey, well, thanks so much. What you just wrote there is what I'd like to think people think of the channel. That's pretty nice. I can't see their page anymore. All right, and then it says, it has come to light that Micah Miller struggled with mental illness, specifically bipolar disorder, which, when not properly managed, led to paranoid episodes and self-destruction behavior. Now, I actually can buy that a little bit. I think part of that the story is that. I know it's not what everybody wants to hear, but it's very similar, right? True sleuth, you got to admit, to a person we know, right? I mean, be honest. Very similar. And the family was okay with her not doing her medicine, and we even know that she stopped doing her medicine. And maybe there's, I'm not saying Truth Sleuth is that person. I'm saying there's a person that is very, very, incredibly similar in some ways to stuff that we've heard. But it doesn't know what it sucks, though, is he seems to intentionally inflame that situation. Well, Cindy, maybe I am talking about you. I wasn't talking about Truth Sleuth. I'm just saying Zozo even knows who I'm talking about.
Let's get to this goal. Come on, everyone. Party face. There is no place to go if Gray isn't here for those of us that enjoy facts over feelings, with touch of rational hypothesis, with a dash of humor. Charity, hugging face.
There you go. Well, thank you so much. It was very nice. Yeah, I know you don't want it to be Emma. That's why you can't see something else. But I think if you saw the videos that Zozo saw, and she described them to me, that you would probably think a little differently. But you haven't seen those, so you. But there's also people that get so, they have their mind made up on something they can't switch. Right, because that's all you've seen, Carrie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I'm not. I still think he exacerbated the situation. He made it a horrible place for somebody that might have had a disorder like that. The family seemed to be aware that she had those disorders. They mentioned it. So when you guys type in that you don't think she had that, well, her family seemed to admit that they had it. She had it. Right. So doesn't that tell you guys something? Like Zozo, this is just a random, I'm just saying as an example. She was somebody that no matter what I was talking about, kept trying to figure out a way that he had something to do with her, like either a hitman or something about that, like that. But then she saw all these other videos from the other side, actually, like her actually saying certain things and acting a certain way. And so she changed her complete perspective of the case. And I think that's why they were removed off of YouTube or any of the platforms, so that there isn't the counter side of a story. Mm-hmm. Zozo, you saw them, so why don't you type in like paragraphs of what one video you saw showed, and then what another one showed. Like do one at a time, and I'll put them up on the screen if that's okay. I mean, you're the only one that could saw them apparently at the time. Yeah, and well, it could be that he took advantage of her and wasn't a safe place for her mental condition. Like he, instead of, I don't know, man. What I don't like is that people get offended if I am seeing things a different way a little bit. It's just let it be that some, like I get that you have your own thing, but you haven't seen it. I'd like to see what she types in here. True crime gets, it's kind of weird these days because it's sort of like politics. It's feeling like, liberals and Democrats, you watch CNN and MSNBC and they try to make it sound like, Trump is basically Hitler. And if he's elected, our country's over. And it's just an absolute joke. Okay. And if you don't believe what they believe, there's something wrong with you. Right. So the thing is that's what it is like in true crime. You cover a case and then there's a certain, something looks a certain way, just like Sebastian Rogers, for example. And these people can't get off of it. It doesn't matter what facts you throw at them, no matter what anybody says or anything. And if you don't believe what they're saying, like, for example, Chris Proudfoot, I've talked to him. We're not like buddies or anything. I've messaged with him. He hasn't been on my show or anything like that. I've messaged with him. I don't think he has anything to do with it. That's just my opinion. But the fact that I say that people shouldn't be treating the Proudfoot so horribly makes it, oh, can you hear Gray? He must be being paid by Proudfoots. I mean, what a stupid thing to say. I mean, it's so ridiculous. In that case, law enforcement said, okay, let's do these. Hold on a second. Here's one of them. One video was her talking about Satan and nothing made sense. JP listened to her, but said something along the lines of, I don't understand. And she says, thanks for listening. Something like that. And then another one was, let's see. Next one was her videoing him from a car while he was in a store or restaurant. Yeah, what I was just saying a second ago, though, is law enforcement said in the Sebastian Rogers case that the Proudfoots have cooperated. Listen to this whole sentence right here. They've cooperated since the beginning. They have done everything we've asked them to do. We can find no evidence of foul play on their part. Why isn't that enough for people to go, you know what, let's leave these guys alone a little bit. Let's leave them alone. And by the way, law enforcement, after Chris passed his lie detector test, said, do you want us to tell Seth so we can stop saying all the shit that he's saying? And he's like, I don't know. And then he goes, okay, go ahead. And then that's right after that is when they had their little powwow where they said they're going to start working together. But hey, that didn't last long for Seth. By God, the next day he's already, hey, you didn't send me an email with a thing. All right, so you guys, I think it's going to be, I think when the truth comes out in this one, it'll just be that he wandered away. He's probably close to the house. He fell into something, couldn't get out, and that's where it's going to be. Or there's somebody on the internet that he met while at Seth's house because he could use the internet and had to meet him there, and he took off with that person. Next one was her video. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one. One post was a long-winded rant that made no sense that she sent to one of JP's friends, and he messaged JP concerned. She was talking about sex and counting his children and people to make up the number 12 or 13. Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's a little out there, right, you guys? Okay. And then this one right here is, there was screenshots in a group chat. Micah tells her family she's going off meds and doesn't want to ruin another Christmas. They don't try to sway her at all, and JP says he's concerned about her and the only one worrying in that chat. So what does that mean to you guys? Does that mean something? Or I guess it would have been great to see these things. Was it a video that had the screenshot? Or is that a screenshot that's out there that you can share of that conversation? And that must be what he shared with that same person, because look at this, you know. Then the door kicking down one, I think that may have been it. By the time I went to bed and woke up, they were gone. Right, so they were all removed. That means he's manipulating it? What do you mean? I don't get it. Of course they did, Winnie, but he had 5 kids. What? Yeah, I think he is an a-hole, Linda. But I think it's a little bit more complex than we were originally led to believe. Don't you guys all agree with that a little bit? It's a little, quite a bit more complex of a situation than we were led to believe at the beginning. I think they had maybe people forced TikTok or something to take them off, or no, I think he still had them, but he was told to make them private or something. I don't know what the deal was there. Yeah, that's all right. But I think it would have been such a huge, would have been pretty important to let people see those, I think. Yeah, I think it's a hell of a lot more. It's not like the way it started off, it sounded exactly like one of the classic cases of somebody who's about to get a divorce and the other person wants to keep them from, whatever it is, their life gets taken from them, and all the other stuff, the stalking, the Cobra versus Pitbull, all that kind of stuff. But then when you start throwing in the fact that in one video she said she tried to take her own life another time while she was on that Africa trip, she was talking about another time, and she even tried to use a gun and it didn't go off. And then just this whole thing, everything that Zozo was just talking about, it just brings it makes it way more complex. It's not just a simple cut and dry, oh yeah, something. Yeah, the 911 call. Yeah, exactly. And even the 911 call, it's like, right? I mean, she's so calm. I wonder, is that something that bipolar might be able to do? Don't know. What kind of man blasts? I know, that's trash, Ashley. I mean, that's the whole thing. His behavior is pathetic. On all those sermons, he's talking about his wife, bashing her all over the place, and telling everybody how she has mental problems and all, that's just garbage, right? So I totally agree with that. I'm just saying the whole situation is more complicated than this one person being this really, abusive guy, and there's this shy, timid girl over here that's like, oh my God, what's going on? There's this whole other scenario going on. She had tried to there's a video of her explaining how she tried to shoot herself one time. His sermons are extremely degrading to women. Yeah, well, I think he's an idiot in those things. Yeah, I mean, what was the other one he said? Yeah, I like doing these sermons. I just don't like the people, And then he makes a joke after that that's the same thing. It's like he reinforced it. Oh, yeah, us preachers, what is it? We sit around and we go, if it wasn't for the people, it would be. Yeah. It started when she was 15 and he was much older. Right. Well, that's when he knew her for sure. But he married her also when she was 18, I guess. And then maybe 2 years later they got divorced. But apparently he says there was similar issues. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to talk to the ex-husband of her just to see what, see if there's anything that he would say to add to or take away from any of the elements? Yeah, I don't think anybody could think he's a good person. And you believe who? Who are you talking to? Yeah, that would be amazing to hear that first one. Well, I don't know what you're asking. I believe who about what? I didn't say I believe something. See, here we go. We're getting in one of those political things here. See? Definitely not a good person. I'm just trying to figure out what did I say that you want to know if I believe him on. What was the thing that I just said? I didn't say anything. I'm not defending him. No, I'm talking about the ex-husband, not him, Carolina T. I want to hear an interview with the original husband. I don't know if you knew, but she was married at 18 to another guy that's in those pictures, and she got divorced with him after she had met JP, and that's why the church disbanded and everything like that. He married. Well, you can see it in the image there. Here, look. This guy right here, I'd like to talk to him and see what he was saying. This guy. I mean, wouldn't you believe what he said? I mean, he probably has a crazy story about this whole thing. Yeah, right here. And there they are cutting the cake and everything. Man, what's going on? Oh, that was wild. That was my screen. StreamYards is a web-based app. He was on the worship team. All right, you guys. Having a decent night tonight, but say no to lulz. Say no to lulz. Although now I'm pissing people off by even suggesting there's something else. It has come to light that Micah Miller struggled with mental illness, especially bipolar disorder, which, when not properly managed, led to paranoid episodes and self-destruction behavior. Again, Micah suffered from mental illness, and some reports made by her in the recent past are nonsensical. The unfortunate reality underscores the importance of destigmatizing mental health issues and ensuring those affected receive appropriate support and treatment. We wish to emphasize that after thorough investigation by the Robeson County, North Carolina Sheriff's Office, it has been conclusively determined that Miss Miller's death was the result of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I absolutely agree with that. This finding completely exonerates Pastor Miller of any wrongdoing. If you want to talk, maybe there's wrongdoing before, and that's why there's a civil suit, right? These baseless claims and false reporting have caused immense distress and harm to Pastor Miller and his family and needs to stop immediately. We hereby demand that all individuals and media outlets cease and desist from perpetuating these harmful falsehoods, and any further dissemination of defamatory and libelous statements will be met with legal action. A complete inventory of these defamatory and libelous statements has been conducted. No, I doubt it. There's way too many people. Those that have to date violated Pastor Miller's right to live in peace and mourn the passing of his wife, respectively, will be held accountable. Those that choose to allow any previously posted or published false statements about Pastor Miller to remain in the public domain can expect to be served with civil litigation against them individually, and when appropriate, their media organizations and managerial supervisors can expect the same. We all have the right to free speech, but not that speech which is false and harmful to the subject of the speech. Many media outlets have reached out to Pastor Miller for comment, and we direct all future requests for comment be directed to attorney Russell B. Long at his Myrtle Beach office. We appreciate your cooperation in respecting Pastor Miller's right to grieve and mourn his family passing. Yeah, so it's like, there's just so many people talking about it because, you made your sermons public. Your wife took her life, right? We get that part. But what led up to that? I guess that's sort of the thing that people are wondering about. Could just be it was her and you tried to make a difference, and but it just, your sermons were so ridiculous that I think that people have a right to look at that, right? But I'll respect their wishes, and I made, those are all like members only streams and stuff now, so you can go watch those. But I'm not out here to be like, oh well, hell, screw that, man. I don't see somebody named Faith in there. I don't know why. I think what they're talking about up here where it says, let me see, where's the last part? Miller, what's the one about keeping those that choose to allow any previous, right here, I think. A complete inventory of those defamatory and libel statements has been conducted. Those that have to date violated Pastor Miller's right to live in peace. I don't think these YouTube videos or anything, it's the people that are, traveling around and keeping him from doing things and mourn passing of his wife respectively will be held accountable. Okay. I think it's kind of like a threat to, but it's okay. That's the thing is this case is an absolute shit show. Hey, thanks Cheryl Bullock, who said no to LOLs.
Oh, this is if you want me to.
Cheryl Bullock said no to LOLs, everybody. Just some neighbor. But why, it's interesting is why did he film him on the grass? There's everybody just pulls their cell phone out now. I guess that's good, but I wouldn't even be thinking about that. Hold on. You're not feeling well? Let me get my camera out. Holy shit, your leg's cut off and you're gushing blood? Hey, I'll give you a belt in a minute, but let me get my phone going. Hold on a second. Wow. Hey, look at that, Jessica Alba. Man, I always thought Jessica Alba was one of the prettiest women that's ever existed. You guys remember that show Dark Angel? It used to be on. It was just on for 2 years, but man, that was the greatest. Video of someone on the ground. Maybe he can shake down his neighbor. Oh yeah, you can say, hey, how dare you put that video out of me, you bastard. He probably will now. I think he had seen that before, and people were like, no way, send us the video. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that's it, you guys, on that one. So I guess what we're going to do now, just totally shift it up, and I'm going to do this 1977 cold case that was solved. This is finally getting to that one. All right, so if you can, even during this, let's see what happens. Does anybody support the channel when we're going over something that isn't one of these? All right. Okay. And before we get to that, I will show you a couple other things in here. So this is new video here, right here. Look. So, and the David Clark case, let me do that one first. Okay, I'm going to leave, Greg. I keep talking about the other one over and over again. Sorry. All right, go ahead. Bye-bye. All right. So remember the camera that was filming out at the street was out there. And by the way, if you don't know the David Clark case, we've been covering it on this channel for a long time. For those of you who are just watching, if you go back here, look at this crazy crap. See this guy? We were trying to get height, so I did an overlay of a video of a guy, known height. This guy's probably like 5'10". But here's this weird, look how weird this stuff is. Outside their surveillance Ring doorbell camera. Like, who's that? That's a creepy guy there. Apparently that's a guy named Caesar. He says that's him. And then there's a guy sitting on some stairs you can't see. And then the police show up one time. But then look at this one. Watch. So this guy walks over. So that was after he originally came. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's over here. Here we go. So watch this. How creepy is this, huh? He actually puts Vaseline and paper on the camera. Hey, thanks, Wendy Van Rokel. I'm in. Case tonight. And Nikki Zubs. All right. So I'm just showing you guys this. Right? And then he comes back later. Right here, watch. And the neighbor, that's the same one, I guess. So then there's that. And then he comes back right here. And when he comes back, he has a different shirt on. Here, watch. See, now he's got the buttons on his shirt. And he reaches up to take the he reaches up to take the paper and Vaseline off the camera. And it's not there anymore because the neighbor across the way here removed it. All right. So anyways, looking from above. And then 2 months after all these, a guy named David Clark and his wife, Ashley Clark, were outside, unloading groceries. Normally they would park on this side of the street over here, but they pulled up right in front of the apartment there. And it looked basically just like this. Like this would be their car. There was a car behind them, but it was just parked. And they opened the trunk and they were unloading groceries. I just got an image, a diagram given to me by Ashley that talks about how the person came in from this side, I guess, and then shot him. And then when the person left, he ran out this way, but shot him in the back 2 times in the head and then in the chest. And then David was over here. He ran over here and he fell on the ground this way. And she says she ran this way and then back. And I'm wondering, hell, is that it was her maybe running that made that sound. She said she ran up this path and then back this way. Wouldn't that be crazy if that was her doing that? And we have all that also on, it's a video, but you can't see it. So this is it right here. That's audio. I mean, if you're just new, now listen, I'm going to play the audio. So if you're out there and you're a family member, I'm going to play it really quick. I'm just quickly going through this for people. So look at, that's not a light that's on. It's a reflection off of this light onto that one. So then it backs up. It's backing in. There's the headlight right there. Hey, before I get to that, let me. I have a better. I'm gonna switch over to this for a second. Hold on. Just for a minute while I check, make sure I got the right. Ah, crap. Is it not in there? Ah, I'll have to No. It's brutal. Okay, I can't. I don't have it loaded up in here, so I'll have to go back. But I have a better version of the, some of this footage right here. So see that? Now the car backs in. Let me switch it back over. So it's backing up. That's the tail light, and that's the headlight. Now watch. You see a camper over there. Welcome, small town girl. So now they're getting out of their car. They go back to the back. They'll probably open the back side door for a second. And David's on the street side, and Ashley drove the car, and she's out on the street because it's backed in. That's the brake headlight. So that's a person. That's David walking by. He passed the light, so he passed it. That's David. They open up the trunk. They're getting groceries out. Oh, I guess I cut off part of the other one. But look at this. Look at this crazy new video here. Let me fix that part there. Hold on. Let me finish this. Now look at somebody runs right here. Watch this.
Where's your phone? Where's your phone? The David thing is Somebody call help! Somebody! Where's your phone? Where's your phone? Where's your phone?
Pretty crazy. Now look at this is the that camera, this camera right here. So looking from above, it's right back here, that camera. So it shows the walk, right between here. See that? So listen to this. So you can hear her. I think Ashley's yelling, "Come here!" She's trying to get the cops to show up to the right spot. And then you can see the lights coming over here. See that? Here comes the police cars and everything. So this is new footage. Pretty crazy, huh? I don't know if anybody else comes by. We'll go over that some other night. No, that's not the one. Hold on. Let me get there's one more video too. And I'll get to that case in a second. Yeah, this one. Look at this. No, that's not it. God dang it. Sort by date. There it is. Okay. Here, check it out. Look at that. That's that same guy from the other camera. Look at that.
We pay him more than the Blazers are paying him.
Oh shoot! I recorded some audio from a sporting event. Turn that off. So look at this is when he goes up there and goes over and I think this is the one where yeah, it's probably when he put the paper on and then he goes down. Look. And I think down below, if you look carefully down here, you can see his white shirt still. And then he goes to the right in that picture. He goes to the right down the road. So there you go. And this is like a couple months. The neighbor moved out that has this camera after that because of this crap. And then, hey, thanks, Faith, Hope, and Charity Homestead and Faith, Hope, and Charity Homestead. So anyways, we'll get back more onto this coming up here. I got better footage too of that audio that we had. Yeah, okay. So if that doesn't work, we'll all wear night vision goggles. Okay? If that doesn't work. Come on, that was pretty good. Why they changed the law? Oh, Jesus. I don't know, man, what you're talking about. Let's, that's work. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. We actually covered this on the show in, I believe, March of 2023. So about 14 months ago. There it is. Here, let me try to get these off. There we go. How do I make it? Babysitter stabbed to death. A 14-year-old girl was found, this is in Colorado Springs, was found stabbed to death at 11:20 p.m. Monday at 5412 North Nevada Avenue. Okay, it was right here. What the hell is that? Date and time options. So it's in these apartments, and these apartments have been there this whole time. So just the regular apartments like that. Police said that Maria Lorraine Hansel, 5410 North Nevada Avenue, which is right next to it. So, this lady lives in the apartment and probably found a 14-year-old girl, lived there, or, she wasn't looking for an age, 13, 14, 15, to babysit her kid over there. And she lived right here in this building right there. I mean, just right across the street. It wasn't even far away at all, just right there. So, and then I guess hers is just right over here. So she was babysitting. Miss Jeannie Kuliki, who rents the apartment, found the victim when she returned. So Jeannie Kuliki is the one that had kids for her to babysit. So when she got home, At 11:20 p.m., her two children, ages 8 and 6, were found unharmed and were asleep in bed. The investigation revealed that the girl died of multiple stab wounds to the chest. A motive has not been determined, and the investigation is continuing by members of the police department and Deputy District Attorney Ron Rowan. Rowan, yeah, there you go. So I got that. Then we move it to another article that was about 9 days later. Police investigating stabbing death. The Colorado Springs Police Department is continuing its... Can you guys see this? Not sure. Hold on, let me get this. Okay. Is that Amber Maiden in here? Amber Maiden! What the hell's going on? We're stopping the show for this. How the hell are you doing? That's amazing. See, Amber Maiden, I think she works at a psych hospital for criminals at one time, and one of them injured her face, her jaw. She looked normal, but her jaw was completely whacked out. I mean, just didn't really work anymore. Always had ringing in the ears and stuff like that. So, like the entire time I've known her, she's been trying to get this surgery for workman's comp, but they just gave her hell for years and years and years. And finally, she just had the damn surgery like 2 weeks ago, or maybe just 10 days ago. And it was successful, long as hell. It was 8-hour surgery, a lot of recovery and stuff. But the ringing was gone from her ears, but she said her head looks like it was cut off and then placed back on again. So there's a little trade-off there, Not really sure. Yeah, it's temporary, though. At least it didn't really happen that way. But hey, it's good to see you in here. How's your how does your hand? I think you had the exact same thing that happened to me. It was called the let's see, what was that? The the something plexa, the brachial plexa branch of nerves. They strap you down so tightly, and she was for 8 hours. You know when you have like a pinch, you know, you're sleeping and you lose feeling in your leg, but it's like twice as bad as that. But for 8 hours, they let it stay that way because they don't give a damn. I think they got to revamp that whole situation, strapping people down. Yeah, so that should come back at some point. You'd hope, anyways, Amber. But anyways, good to see you in here. But how about the ringing in the ears, all that stuff? Is it all better now? Yeah, it takes a while, 6 to 12 months. Yeah. In my case, my left index finger is always going to be a little bit numb. It's already been 2 years, and it doesn't bother me that much. It's not too bad. No ringing in the ears. How about did you try the food? Remember, you had to eat some soft food. You're going to eat some soft food. How'd that go? No, nerves take forever to come back, man. Jeez. I couldn't even use my left tricep and my upper left chest for, God, it seems like 4 or 5 months. And then it started slowly coming back with different exercises. And now it feels pretty good. It's just, it's not quite the same. You're eating a little. My jaw opening is already bigger than prior. Oh, really? Sweet. It's awesome, man. Yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna get back to this now. Hey, good to see you in here. Let's see, the girl who lived in 5410 North Nevada Avenue, apartment 101, was found dead at 5412 North Nevada Avenue, apartment 207, where she was babysitting for 2 children. The investigation revealed that the girl died of multiple stab wounds to the chest. We are still investigating, but have gotten no breaks in the case as yet. This is 10 days after, 1977. We have 3 men working on it during the day and 2 at night, still Under investigation is the bombing death of Daniel. Yeah, whole other case. But remember, this is the case a long time ago where they actually removed her gravestone because they hadn't paid enough money yet. So even her gravestone was removed because somebody didn't pay the full amount. Anyway, this is 2019 here. Most people who live in Colorado Springs today have never heard of Maria Hansel's story. Maria was 14 years old when she was stabbed to death while babysitting at an apartment on the north side. Many of those who did know her story have likely forgotten it by now, but that's not the case for two determined Colorado Springs police detectives or for her best friend. Cases of this age, you start worrying, said Detective James Isham, a member of the Colorado Springs Police Department. Every second that goes by, evidence is disappearing, statements are changing, and we know that we're running out of time. It's been 42 years since Maria was murdered. This one is especially heinous because, it's a child. She had her entire life ahead of her. She was 14 years old. All of those opportunities were taken away in such a violent fashion. On February 7th, 1977, Maria was babysitting two young boys at the Suncrest Apartments off North Nevada Avenue, which at the time was at the north edge of town. Sometime between 9 p.m. that night and 11:15 p.m., when the two women returned home, the babysitter, identified as Maria Hansel, was murdered inside the home. Maria had been stabbed several times in the chest, and police said there were signs of sexual assault. Hey, thanks so much, Snarky Cinderella. I'm behind on rewind, but the video of JP on the ground, he reminds me of a husky dog having a temper tantrum. There was evidence supporting that it was a least sexually motivated. Based on the physical evidence at the scene, the lack of forced entry, we can kind of surmise that Maria probably knew her attacker, or at least felt comfortable enough or safe enough to at least answer the door. It's not clear what happened next. According to the boy's mom, nothing was out of place, nothing had been stolen, and nothing had been destroyed. Her two sons had been left alone and were safe. Neither child was hurt. The older brother was able to give police description of the suspect. It was a young male, described a little bit older than the victim, but a white male, I believe, with scruffy hair. Let's try to remember that one. Police started looking at Maria's friends, focusing on any boyfriends or romantic interests. Several suspects were identified, Samosky said. One was identified in Rhode Island as being arrested on a similar case where a young girl had been murdered. That person, based on the investigation, was placed in Colorado Springs at the time of Maria's death, leaving shortly afterwards. However, police didn't have enough evidence to make an arrest. Detectives Samonsky and Isham said a critical piece of DNA evidence was uploaded into a nationwide combined DNA, so into CODIS, a few years ago, and they've developed a suspect profile. Now they are waiting for a match. They also sent it to Parabon. Maria's best friend, Delfina Silva, is waiting too. Look at that. Lanky Tor gifted 5 freaking memberships. One to Diane LS. Welcome. And then also Fixing to Snap. Stacy, Cole, Brooke, and Madison Stevens. Welcome. Hopefully you guys will stick back on your own for the low price of $1.99. That's all my membership costs on the lowest tier. If you want to help support the channel even more, though, you might pick one of the the higher ones. Anyways, Maria's best friend, Delfina Silva, is waiting too. Could it have been somebody that we knew, Silva said? I think that's what's scary if we don't know, and we don't know if he's walking among us. Maria and Silva were close friends, and Maria had actually asked Silva to babysit with her the night she was murdered. Ah, boy. My mother said no because the next day was a school day. A few hours later, her mother would have to break the news to her that Maria was dead. It was devastating, Silva said. I mean, I felt like my heart just sank and everything just started crumbling after that. To this day, Silva keeps a folder with items inside that remind her of her friend. This young lady here, she was just like a sunshine, Silva said. She always had a pretty smile and she loved horses. Is that what this is over here? That's something else. Until I go to my grave, I won't stop, and I'll still continue to fight for her because that's how much she means to me, Silva said. Detectives Samosky and Isham said they have new leads to follow up on in Maria's case, an old suspect to revisit like one in Rhode Island. The person may or may not be a suspect, but at this point we need to at least eliminate him. He said since so much time has passed in the case, it's likely that Maria's killer would have told someone something at some point. Isham said anyone with any information should contact them, even if it's been reported, and even if the information seems small or trivial, because oftentimes that's all it takes to break open the case. Now, check it out. Murder of teen babysitter. That's crazy. Oh, you can't hear? Oh, sorry. All right. Yeah, that's right. I got to fix that stupid audio. That's so lame that you got to turn it off. There you go. All right.
Springs cold case. After 47 years of investigation today, Springs police identified the man they say is responsible for the murder of 14-year-old Maria Hansel. We have a picture of that man identified as the killer. Take a look at your screen.
Yeah, police say the suspected killer was William Kernan Jr. Police say he was a college student in the area at the time and had been to the apartment where that murder happened multiple times. 11 News reporter Cameron Dean was at a press conference held by police earlier today. Cameron, this case was solved thanks to DNA advancements.
Blake Lindsay, Kernan was identified by DNA found at the apartment where the murder.
Yeah. So let me close that off for a second. Yeah, so I actually found him. Here's his obituary right here. See that? A private family memorial service will be held for Grace Lutheran Church in Cheyenne Wells. That's actually in the same, Colorado area, but it's way over on the, let's see, where is it? Yeah, right way over there. See, this is the eastern part of Colorado. And here's Grace Lutheran Church. So, man, did he live in this little tiny town? That makes sense. But I actually found him where he lived, like in Florida at one point. It's exactly where people go. It's crazy. Anyways, it says a private family memorial service will be held at Grace Lutheran Church in Cheyenne Wells for William C. Bill Kernan. The family will be hosting a reception to celebrate Bill's life on Wednesday at 5:30, The Gap in Cheyenne Wells, and would cordially invite all their friends to attend. Bill died on August 7, 2010 at Keith Memorial Hospital in Cheyenne Wells. He is survived by his wife Barbara, his children Lena and Cherry, and like a whole bunch of kids, man. Bill is also survived by his aunts Jean. We're going through all this stuff. I don't want to say all the names, but anyways, the family requests that memorial be sent to Bill Kernan Memorial Fund in care of the Eastern Colorado Bank in Cheyenne Wells in lieu of flowers. Friends and family can sign the register book and send online condolences at www.brownfuneraldirectors.com. It'd be interesting to read any comments people might have left. Oh yeah, so here he is on, what was that, February 7th? Is that what it said? Well, I think this is the right guy. Let me open up this one. Let me see what that date was again. February 11th. Oh, August 7th. Yeah, so this is the right one. So here he is on Been Verified. Deceased August 10th. But look at it. He actually lived in Florida at one point. Now see how you go as far away as you can from a location? Man, I can't tell you how many times that's happened. Unbelievable. So we have the press conference, though. What do you think of that? I fixed the audio. It was mono, boosted it up for you guys. So it should be interesting. You guys want to listen to it? Let me know. All right. All right, here we go. It's actually pretty well explained. She explains like the genealogy part pretty good for people who don't understand it. Oops.
On February 7th, 1977, at approximately 11:21 p.m., the Colorado Springs Police Department received a call for service of a possible suicide in the 5400 block of North Nevada Avenue. Upon arrival, officers found a 14-year-old female deceased with multiple stab wounds to the chest and neck area. The victim, who was wearing a blue jumpsuit, was later identified as 14-year-old Maria Hansel. The investigation revealed that Miss Hansel had been babysitting for a female neighbor who lived at the same apartment complex. The neighbor returned home at approximately 11:20 p.m., where she found Miss Hansel in the master bedroom deceased. The neighbor's children, aged 6 and 8, were also present during the incident, but were not harmed. The children were sleeping in bed when the neighbor returned home and found Miss Hansel. The El Paso County Coroner's Office conducted an autopsy of Maria Hansel and reported that she had sustained multiple stab wounds to the chest and one prominent stab wound to the neck. Miss Hansel's death was ruled a homicide. The Colorado Springs Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, which included numerous interviews, reports, and collection of evidence. At the time, a suspect had not been identified. However, CSPD did not cease to follow leads and pursue other investigative strategies. As advancements in DNA progressed, several items of evidence were submitted to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation.
This is on the Fox 21 News website.
For further scientific analysis. A male DNA profile was developed from a blood stain on Maria Hansel's clothing, but no match was found for the DNA, despite obtaining and submitting samples from various potential suspects, as well as the Combined DNA Index System, or CODIS. In 2019, CSPD reached out to Parabon Nanolabs to conduct genetic genealogy DNA analysis involving public commercial DNA databases. The blood on the blue jumpsuit was submitted for genetic genealogy research through Parabon. Genetic genealogy uses advanced DNA testing in combination with innovative genetic analysis, sophisticated identification techniques, and traditional genealogical methods to establish the relationship between an individual and his or her ancestors. For forensic interviews, it is used to generate highly informative leads as to the possible identity of an unknown victim or offender. In the investigation of Maria Hansel, Parabon submitted the genetic data profile created from the unknown crime scene DNA sample collected from the jumpsuit to a public genetic genealogy database for the comparison in hopes of finding individuals who share significant amounts of DNA with the unknown subject. These genetic matches served as clues to inform traditional genealogy research. First, family trees of the matches were constructed back to the set of possible common ancestors using online genealogy databases, newspaper archives, public family trees, obituaries, and other public records, after which descendants research was employed to enumerate the possible identities of the unknown subject. Through extensive research, a person of interest was identified as William Charles Kernan, Jr., who also went by Bill Kernan. The suspect died in 2010. Confirmation DNA was unable to be collected as the suspect was cremated and had no living biological relatives. The suspect was identified as a student at a local college and an acquaintance of the woman Maria Hansel had been babysitting for on the night of her murder. The investigation revealed he had been to the apartment complex on prior occasions. CSPD detectives requested the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office to review the case with genetic genealogy results of the suspect. After the review was completed, the District Attorney's Office is confident the person responsible for the murder of Maria Hansel is William C. Kernan, Jr. Because the suspect died in 2010, the investigation into the murder of Maria Hansel will be closed out as exceptionally cleared by death of the offender. The Colorado Springs Police Department would like to thank the numerous agencies and units who have provided the tremendous amount of investigative assistance in this case over the years, including the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office, the El Paso County Coroner's Office, the Metro Crime Lab, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and Parabon Nanolabs. Parabon was a crucial component in finding the suspect in this investigation. The family and friends of Maria Hansel have waited over 47 years to get justice for Maria. Through years of analysis and investigation, CSPD is grateful to finally provide these answers to Maria's loved ones. Next, I'd like to invite Chief Adrian Vasquez up to the podium to provide remarks.
Show Mom extra love this
Well,
Mother's
thank you,
Day.
Caitlin, and thank you all for being here today.
Hey, look, it's this is back on right there. Cold case Marie Hansel. This was 1 year ago. The actual date is February 10th, 2023. See that, you guys? On this channel, man, we cover just about anything. All right.
You know, this is a long time coming, and I really do appreciate your willingness to come here in support of Maria Hansel's family. Cold cases are some of the most challenging cases that law enforcement face, quite frankly. Not only because the sheer amount of time that can pass from when the individual was deceased to now, 47 years in this particular case. Can you imagine waiting that long? But the emotional strain on the family is tremendous. They truly want and deserve answers, and law enforcement's goal is to provide those answers as quickly as we can, and sometimes that's just not possible. They want to know what happened to their loved one, not because it lessens the impact on them, but because it helps them to know a little bit more about the story. They want to know a little bit about the how or the why something that they cannot comprehend happened. They also want to know that we didn't give up on them. They want to know that law enforcement was there, that the DA's office was there supporting them in every way that we possibly can, and I think that's vitally important. And it's part of today's story. I'm extremely grateful to be able to provide Maria's family with the answers that they've been waiting for those 40.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of the Zeeler one, but it doesn't really. Let's just go over this one though. Okay.
7 years. Today's news doesn't lessen the void left by Maria, and it doesn't ease the pain they feel now, but I do hope that it'll begin to allow them some peace. I'm extremely proud of the hard work, dedication, and professionalism shown by our cold case detectives, victim advocates, DA's office, and everybody that was involved in this case. Each one has looked at this case with a new perspective as they've continued to seek justice for Maria. Detective Tracy Thompson, Marcus Lemkuhl, Rachel Cruz Rogers, and Corey Dabb spent countless hours on this case, and I thank them. They, just like all of our detectives, display a drive and passion to seek justice for families in all cases that are set before them. While not usable technology on all cases, and I think it's really important to make that distinction, it's not usable on all cases. On Maria's case, they were able to turn to the developments in DNA and genealogy, which provided them with the much-needed break to solve this case. To those families and friends watching today who may have a loved one who is part of a cold case, please know we will continue to look for breaks in every cold case and will continue to pursue leads, leveraging every available.
So they left out of the article like she was stabbed in the chest, but then also one bigger wound in the neck. So they didn't put those in the paper or anything like that. So, you know, this person was vicious monster.
Research in our
weird though, he went on to live a life where he's married and has kids, and they probably had no idea he did that.
Resource in our pursuit for truth, regardless of how much time has passed. To Mr. Hansel and all of Maria's family, I truly am sorry for your loss so many years ago. Maria was a vibrant and beautiful 14-year-old girl who deserves so much more life. So I am very thankful that you trusted us and that we were able.
Yeah, and she was 14 and he was 28 when he did that. And then
to solve this case for you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I'll now have Mr. David Hansel, brother of Maria Hansel, come up to provide some brief remarks.
he's only about 61 years old.
Short and sweet.
When he died.
I'd really appreciate it if you respect our privacy. I'd like to just thank the whole department. I've been on the phone probably once a week for the last 5 years calling, and they've come through for us. I hope for other families it can be the same way. To Maria, sorry, you can rest in peace. Really, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. We'll now have Detective Tracy Thompson of the CSPD Cold Case Unit come up and provide some remarks.
Good morning. My name is Tracy Thompson. I'm the cold case detective with the Colorado Springs Police Department. I've been in this position since September of 2022, and I've been with the Colorado Springs Police Department for 24 years. This morning, I first want to thank Mr. Hansel and his family for always being in regular contact with me, pushing for results and never forgetting their love for Maria and fighting for justice on her behalf. Each cold case we have is important, and every case is considered active.
Jesus.
Every case is unique in different ways, whether it involves DNA, suspects known or unknown, or physical evidence, or a combination of any of these elements. Some cases are more difficult than others, but what each of these cases have in common is that we are always looking for ways to move forward to find a resolution. Sometimes technology can help us do that, but in other cases we require someone coming forward with new information. Maria Hansel's case has been open for 47 years, and many people have spent numerous hours following leads, reviewing case documents, and conducting interviews. As time passed and technology progressed, it became clear that this case had the potential to be moved forward through genetic genealogy. I'm thankful that in Maria's case, that is what helped us and was successful to move that case towards the closure. Each cold case we investigate needs new outside information of some kind. In other cases where DNA technology can't be that outside help, there is most always someone who knows something who has not come forward. Some people may think what they know is important enough to share with police, but I can't stress enough. Please come forward and
Sorry, that video from earlier was playing.
provide that information so we can evaluate and determine how relevant and important that information can be. You never know how that information you may have about a cold case, no matter how big or small, could move a case forward towards resolution.
Say no to wolves, everybody.
You can contact the Colorado Springs Police Department Cold Case Unit directly, or if you're not comfortable with that, the Pikes Peak Crime Stopper, it is truly an anonymous way to share information with us. You may be able to help bring peace and closure to another family and other families who are desperate for answers in unsolved cases we are currently working. As for Maria Hansel's case, I want to thank everyone who has been involved in this case from the beginning. I don't have enough time to thank everyone involved, but I do want to acknowledge Tactical Enforcement Unit Officer Rachel Cruz Rogers, Sergeant Marcus Lemcool, retired police officer Clifford Gregory, and Lieutenant Corey Dabb. They were all members of the cold case unit in the latter part of the investigation. I also want to thank the Metro Crime Lab personnel, the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office, Deputy District Attorney Christina Peroni, and Parabon Nanolabs. Each one has played a role in
And that's where Misty Gillis works now.
helping bring Maria's case to where we are now. The cold case unit will continue the hard work to find justice for all the individuals that were taken too soon. No one is forgotten. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. And finally, we'll have DA Michael Allen come up to the podium to provide some remarks.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you, as Chief said, for being here. And
wait, isn't this guy Letitia Stout attorney or something? Is it doesn't he or something? I've seen this guy recently. I mean, this guy is absolutely. I know I've seen him in a case. No doubt about it. Oh, thank you very much, Melissa and Homer and Billy Juliana on PayPal. She's out there lurking somewhere. Let's see. And then also Ivan Victor on Cash App. Thank you. Where have you seen this guy before? Oh, he was that guy. Okay, good.
Supporting Maria's family. You saw in stark contrast the emotion that David had as he got up here and talked about his sister, who was taken 47 years ago. And the important lesson to take from that is that the impact on families from violent crime in our community across the nation is not lessened with the passage of time. And our hearts, even though we didn't know Maria, they break for you, David, and your family. It's clearly still raw, and it should be something that has not had the opportunity to have closure until today. If there's anything we can do for you and your family going forward, please reach out. I am proud, though, to stand here alongside our partners today, especially Chief Vasquez and his team for this special announcement. And as I said, in support of Maria Hanzel's family. The mere passage of time is no defense, and we will never rest in our pursuit of justice and in giving voice to those who can't speak for themselves any longer. We will always continue to look at and explore emerging technologies that can help us solve crimes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. DNA analysis coupled with genealogy is just such a scientific resource that proved invaluable in this investigation. Justice for your sister Maria demanded a tireless search for her killer. In collaboration between my office and CSPD and others, as mentioned by Chief and others, has allowed us to solve this case. We stand together, united, to serve this community and to find people that commit violent acts and to stand here for people like Maria, who deserve the very best from all of us. So again, thank you all for being here today and part of this.
Hey, it's Sonia. It sounds like we're getting some information starting to flow in a little bit after doing that show. But you need to come on with them too, because you got like all the stuff, just in those PDF files, right? I'm talking about the David Clark case. Thomas David Clark. He goes by David, so we just call him that.
Special occasion to recognize Maria and her family. Thank you.
Thank you, DA. We will now take some time to answer a few questions. Please direct your questions to either Chief Vasquez, Detective Thompson, or DA Allen, and I will repeat them from here at the podium for our viewers online. As a reminder, in respect to the privacy of the Hanzel family, Mr. Hanzel will not be taking questions today. If you guys would like to come. Are there any questions? Yes, Anna. Yes, so her question was, we had stated that Mr. Kernan had been to the apartment on previous occasions. She asked what the context of that is and how frequently, or can you... Yeah. Yeah, the context of him being at that apartment complex. I think, Detective Thompson, if you...
It is unknown how many times... Oh, sorry. First time. It is unknown how many times he visited the apartment complex, but and we use the word acquaintance because we don't know the nature of the relationship. We just know that They were acquaintances who went to school together and had been at that location.
Yeah, so he knew the owner. I wonder if it was a mistaken identity kind of thing. No, it's just the DNA finally. That's the breakthrough.
Yeah. So the question was, had we been looking for this suspect all along? Did we have him identified and we're looking to prove him for this crime? And then was there a buildup to deciding to go to genetic genealogy and to use that technology? Or was it, right, was it a buildup to use that technology, or was it a sudden breakthrough? So.
He was not a suspect in the beginning. There were several people that they looked at throughout the investigation. Throughout the investigation leading up to the genetic genealogy is where we came across Mr. Kernan as a suspect in the murder of Maria. And did I miss one? After several techniques of investigations, we did multiple interviews, research, talking to people more than once, twice, however the case developed. And when they ran out of leads, as technology progressed, they decided that if the sample was viable enough for Parabon's requirements, and I'm not a subject matter expert on that, so any technical questions I would have to refer you to Parabon. But as the research came through the family trees, through narrowing down through the research of Parabon, is when Mr. Kernan became on our radar.
Right.
We did have his name in the beginning, however,
See, isn't it amazing? See, like, yeah, so they had, well, hold on, let me play that part.
at the time, he wasn't looked at specifically.
Yeah, so they had his name at the beginning, but they just didn't really look into him. Like, he wasn't really somebody that they were interested in. But you know the guy that they were talking about up in Maine or whatever the hell that was? New Hampshire? What I can't remember what they said, but isn't that amazing? All those years they were suspicious of that guy. Every time we do one of these cold cases where it's solved, the person they thought it was wasn't the guy. Every single time. So it's amazing what this genetic genealogy can do if you, you get it in there, and it's just absolutely amazing. Just like in the Idaho 4 case. The DNA on the knife sheath left by the body of Madison Mogan. The DNA on the snap led to Brian Koberger. Are you guys here? There's no, like the chatting, this chat just stopped on a dime. Like there's nothing.
I would add in the timeline, we submitted the DNA sample to Parabon in 2019. So it's taken this many years of research to look through everything and conclusively
Hey, there's Danielle with
decide
their
this.
emojis.
Yes.
All right. The emoji queen.
So the question was, is there anything new that detectives learned through this investigation and through the closure of this cold case? And is there anything that can be applied or be used as an example moving forward with other cold cases? I think, Detective Thompson, if you have some, I don't know.
That's going to be the answer.
Every case is different. Not all cases can utilize genetic genealogy due to what evidence we have, what type of evidence that is. We know that genetic genealogy is available. We do look at that, and if it is a case that can fall into those requirements, we will, of course, try to go that direction. It's just a matter of what we have in each case, the type of crime is committed, whether, by firearm, stabbing, however it may be. We determine on a case-by-case basis.
That's JLR. Wait, hold on. You got to go like this. Wait, no, it's like this one, I think. Woo, look at that. Yeah. It is. It is, Ginger. Come on.
So the question is, what is the cost of genetic genealogy research? Has it come down over the years in price, and will that change the frequency in which we're able to use it for cold cases?
Yeah, Parabon doesn't change their price, but yeah, it doesn't cost very much if you use some of the other shops like like Identifinders. It's getting cheaper. It's like $4,000 or $5,000, maybe.
Do you know the cost of that one?
The cost can vary depending on how detailed you.
See, that's the thing on Parabon. They have it's sort of like a la carte. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, and there's these different layers and levels, and it's just by the time you're done, it's you could be $20,000.
Go into the genetic genealogy. There's a initial fee for initially reviewing the case and determining what steps to take, and then it can build off of there. And again, with cost and specifics on genetic genealogy, Parabon, Nanotech would be the best source of information for exact numbers.
Notice how that was just endlessly
I actually do not know the total cost of.
I mean, the way she described that, it was man, it just forever. Look at.
I actually do not know the total cost of that. That would be something we would have to research for you, but it's not something that I have knowledge for right now.
How many detectives have worked on this case over the years? That's a pretty good question. It's probably 50,
Yeah.
In 40 years.
So the question was, how many detectives have been assigned to Ms. Hansel's case over the years? And how many cases have we been able to utilize genetic genealogy to close? I think that would be you as well.
It would be venturing to guess of the number of detectives that were on it. From day one, not only did you have detectives, you had patrol resources. Additionally, you had detectives who were called out to assist through the CCIs, crime scene investigators, the district attorney's office, everybody that's involved with.
Well, the reason for the cost is just sort of people say what a cost is. There's these people out there that are doing things for so much cheaper, and they're accurate. So people are using them, and it just undercuts everybody else. So there's really no actual reason other than, okay, we got to pay for the, there's people who do it, right? So you got to charge money so that people can get salaries and all that stuff, right? You have these experts in there that do genetic genealogy. They need to get paid. So if you just did it for free, who pays them? So maybe the government needs to have massive grants. I think that's one of the things I would do. I would give, if I was in office, I would try to do something like a $20 billion bill for backlog of rape kits and identifying Jane and John Does all over the country, and let people submit bids, and they get some of it, and they go in there and they just start identifying and get everything figured out. But it costs because it does. The machines, it's like hospitals, right? Ridiculous costs for certain things, so, but the costs are going down for sequencing and things like that.
Homicide that has come in for a call for service. Off the top of my head, I'm running people's names through my head, and I can think of probably about 15 is probably low of actual police officers and detectives with CSPD, but for the names that I am thinking about, I'm counting those, and you just have to include all the other resources. I know that we've used genetic genealogy in 3 cases with success.
Do we have his cause of death? I think it was a natural cause of death. The question was, how did Mr. Kernan die? It was a natural cause of death. Yes, Bill.
Yeah, so the question is, if the suspect defendant
Hey,
were
it's
alive
Circa
today, would we feel
Then.
confident going forward with the prosecution? And what is the message to other people that maybe have committed a crime in the past? Does that accurately reflect the question? So
around that time,
essentially what we have to look at in cases that span decades before we're able to solve them is the viability of evidence. Do we still have the physical evidence in tow? And luckily, we've got a good relationship with our partner agencies, and we have good understandings as to make sure we preserve that evidence. Secondarily, do we have witnesses that can still get on the stand and testify, because we have to have that? And then as it relates to scientific evidence, is it tested evidence? Does that mean that it's reliable evidence that a jury can base a decision off of? Everything associated with this case, besides the passage of time, which does bring its own difficulties, this is a case that we would feel very comfortable filing and then prosecuting and searching for justice through that court process. The message that it should send to other people that have committed crimes in distant past is similar to what Chief Vasquez had said in his comments, that we don't stop searching for justice for victims. If there's someone out there that has committed a crime that hasn't been caught yet, we're looking for you. And we're going to use every opportunity and every technology that develops over time to find you and bring you to justice. That should be the message to people that have committed crimes in the past. And
where you been, Circa Then? I haven't seen you in a long time.
I can tell you, speaking from 20 years in prosecution, police don't get tired of looking, and neither do the DAs. And we will hold people accountable if we are able to identify them.
Any other questions? All right. Well, this concludes our news conference. The full redacted case report will be made available by the end of business this Friday on the CSPD website on our Cases of Interest page.
I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Chief Vasquez, Detective Thompson, and time allowing DA Allen will now be available for brief one-on-one interviews.
It said cases of interest. What'd you say? Because I actually looked that up. Hold on. I think I even saved it.
On the CSPD website on our Cases of Interest page. Chief Vasquez, Detective Thompson, and time allowing DA Allen will now be available for brief one-on-one interviews. You will also be receiving an electronic copy of our media packet in an email from the PIO office. If you're not on our media distribution list and would like to be added to it, please send an email to pio@coloradosprings.gov. And we will ensure that you receive a copy of today's packet.
I found this the other day. What the hell was
If you have further questions, please contact the
There
Public
it is.
Information Office. Thank you, everybody.
There it is. Cases of interest. Right there. I don't see it on there. Should be right there, though. This is the spot. I mean, cases of interest, right? Oh, well. Whatever. All right. Well, anyways, thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you to Billy Barker, Eugenie, Lil Puppy Paws 99, Donna D gifted a membership, and Wendy Van Rokel, Donna D, It Was Me became a new member, Carol Z, Allie Cake, Kami, Kacha T, Ozzy Trisha, Facts Matter. Lisa Valenzuela, that's her name. Ozzy Trisha Facts Matter. There you go. Lisa Valenzuela, Julia Morales, Georgina Stoliker, Donna D, Eugenie gifted a membership. Then Georgina Stoliker gifted a membership. Then Monogamous Apostate, Ozzy Trisha Facts Matter, 28 months. Awesome. That's over 2 years, right? Always Me, 1969, gifted a membership. Jen P, Timothy Moore, Ozzy Trisha gifted a membership. Linda Howe, 53 months, Megazoid. I mean, that's amazing. Claudia Neubauer. Katja T. Brown Eyed Girl 714 gifted 5 memberships. Russian Aloha 14 months. CBC like the oil. There you go. Gloria Batari. Ozzy Trisha, Facts Matter. Now I'll do my screen here. And then Sarah B gifted a membership. And then Quinta Huggins. I guess Circuit then took off right after she said hi. WNC Granny, Allie Cake, Danielle, Donna D, Georgina Stoliker, Even Steven, Why Wonder, Quinta Huggins, Ginger's Keys. Ginger's Keys. I always want to just say Ginger. Pixie Blue, Ginger's Keys, Cat Eye, then Paulette Leonard, Joseph Brennan, Brown Eyed Girl 714, Danielle, Linda Howe, as in Linda Moulden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations, and Crop Circles, Quinta Huggins, Peter Dog Lover, then Pixie Blue with a New Zealand Cat Eye. Just what I needed after a dark week. Then I gifted 5 memberships. Then Faith, Hope, and Charity Homestead, Cheryl Bullock, Wendy Van Rokel, Nikki Zubs, Smile Town Girl new member, Faith, Hope, Charity Homestead, Faith, Hope, and Charity Homestead. Snarky Cinderella. Then Lanky Tor gifted 5 memberships. Then Michelle H, Sonia, and Courtney Cisneros. So there you go. Well, thanks everybody. Oh, look at the dogs. They're in there. Are they goofing around? What are they doing? I guess they're just chilling out. Actually, Carolina T had a different, she has one of Chloe too. Gotta go find that one. Well, it's on the other screen, I think. Still there, Carolina T? Thanks, Grand Mods. Yeah. Anyways, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I appreciate it. We got to the goal. Yeah, so that's good. And thank you all for your generosity, and hope you enjoyed the show. It's kind of a long one, but it went over a whole bunch of different things. All right. You like that one? Gene, all right. Very cool, very cool. Got a cold case solved. We're in sort of a weird place in the, and we showed you some extra stuff in the David Clark case. Sebastian Rogers, a little commentary on that one. We talked about Stephan Stearns, how he is making balls out of paint in the jail cell. And what the hell was the other one? Can't remember now. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But, you know, we got some laughs in there tonight. You know, it was a good one, I thought. I'll see if I can ruin it somehow. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And, as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector. Hey, what did Plato redact? I can't see what Plato redacted. What was that? Gonna get you on a stretcher. What did she redact, everybody? Tell me, what is it? Crime sector. No, not doing a flyby. Nectar. Professor Gregor's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm neater than a spectre with a vector on his pector with all his vector. Just remember, I have a temple fucking injection. I have no agenda. I'm the agenda, and I'll send it to you somewhere on the planet.
And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.
All right, everybody, thank you.
Well, hey, it was good having you too, Mary Lou. Especially that part when you were imitating JP on the ground. That was good stuff.
Well, thanks, Gray.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. All right, we'll see you guys later. And be safe out there.